From the home of the Vikings in North Canton, welcome to Big Time Sports in week number 7 of the 2025 high school football season. Tonight, it's a battle for first place in the Federal League as the North Canton Hoover Vikings host the Bulldogs of Canton McKinley. Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Dunn, along with my broadcast partner tonight, Troy Richardson, as we welcome everyone to the Fur-Bay Electric pregame show. And we are just minutes away, Troy, from kickoff in a game I think football fans are on Stark County. They've been looking forward to this game all week long. Yeah, this is by far the biggest game in Stark County, and you can only watch it here on Big Time Sports. And, Joe, I'm excited about this one. I'll tell you, tonight we'll watch two coaches that lead their teams at two of the top programs in Ohio. For McKinley, first-year head coach Renzi Parnell has come over from Hoover High School up in Akron to lead this legendary McKinley program to a 5-1 record, a perfect 3-0 in Federal League play. And he's doing it with a hard-nosed defense, Troy, that has given up just 30 points in the last 3 games. But tonight, that defense will be challenged by a veteran Hoover team averaging 37 points a game. Yeah, you look at the defense here for Glen Oak. You look the last four, or I'm sorry, for Canton McKinley. You look the last 4 games, giving up around 7.5 points defensively, but they're also putting up over 30 points a game offensively. And I like what Coach Parnell has brought to McKinley, a good hard-nosed, run-first style of offense, a very fundamental offense, nothing gimmicky. They want to come out and they want to establish the run, and that all starts with their quarterback, Trent Hayden, for Canton McKinley. A nice offseason pickup brought in with the coach from Akron Hoban. And I look for Canton McKinley. They want to come out and they want to run the football tonight, Joe. They sure do. They can run it well, and they've got a lot of speed. For Hoover, veteran head coach Brian Baum in his 11th season leading the Vikings program. Hoover has a perfect 6-0 record, 3-0 in the Federal League. They're led by 2 of Stark County's most explosive players, quarterback John Collins, wide receiver Jack Andes. Well, Joe, Jack Andes has had to be the quarterback the last couple of games for Hoover. John Collins suffering a high ankle sprain. He is penciled in as the starting quarterback tonight. We'll see how he does on that ankle, especially against a McKinley defense that likes to bring the pressure. They'll man up in the secondary. They'll bring the heat, and they want to make him feel uncomfortable in the pocket. But his favorite target is Jack Andes, and they've got to connect. You've got to find a way, if you're Coach Brian Baum, to get Andes into the offense. He's got to touch the football. If it's on a jet, if it's on a handoff, direct snaps, passes, whatever, he's got to try to be the playmaker for the Vikings. Right now, let's check tonight's keys to the game, brought to you as always by Daystar Auto Group. As we take our look at our Daystar Auto Group, keys to the game, Canton McKinley, explosive on offense. They can be a big play team. They've got a chance to take it to the house every time they touch the football. For Hoover, you got Collins back at quarterback. How is he going to do? When you've got Collins at quarterback, that frees Andy's up to be in the slot, be in a jet position, a couple of different positions. That's going to be a key for the Vikings, and that's your Daystar Auto Group keys to the game. Looking out at the parking lot, there are still cars coming in. Should be a full house tonight for our Big Time Sports game of the week. It's McKinley against Hoover. We're back with tonight's starting lineups and kickoff right after this.
Certified by the American Lighting Association, Fur-Bay's Light Shop is your go-to for all lighting needs, residential, commercial, or industrial. Our experts assist with every detail, from bulb size and fixture type to designing layouts. Visit us for hands-on displays showcasing various fixtures, or log in to furbay.com/lightshop. Let us help you visualize the perfect light for your space. Whether you need advice or want to explore lighting options, stop by or log in to Fur-Bay's Light Shop today and see how we can brighten your project.
Since 1988, Wood Electric has been your hometown electrical contractor of choice, trusted for top-quality commercial, industrial, and residential electrical work. From new construction to repairs, we do it all. And we do it right the first time. And when the unexpected hits, we're here with 24-hour emergency service, because the lights won't wait. Call Wood Electric today, where experience meets reliability. Wired right, right on time, every time.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Hi, I'm James here at 705 South Tuscarawas Avenue in Dover, Ohio at New Image Auto Sales. Wait a second, is this supposed to rain today? Come with me inside our massive indoor showroom because Ohio weather is so unpredictable. You can check out all our nice pre-owned vehicles inside our indoor showroom. And every car comes with a lifetime warranty and is priced at or below KBB retail. And every vehicle comes inspected prior to hitting the showroom floor so that you know exactly what you're getting. And our inventory is moving so fast. Scan the QR code to see what's available right now. Don't see what you like? Check back tomorrow. Look, car buying doesn't have to suck. Stop in here at Newman Auto Sales year-round, where we have an indoor showroom, climate-controlled, that's been family-owned and operated since 2019, where you can find your next luxury pre-owned vehicle. So scan the QR code or check out our website to see today's inventory. I'll see you soon.
Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson back at North Canton Hoover. The coin toss has been completed. Hoover won the coin toss and they have deferred to the second half, which means McKinley will get tonight's opening kickoff, which is being brought to you by Van Nostrand, Young & Coots, reminding you that home replacement values have skyrocketed. Have you checked your homeowner's insurance coverage lately? Now's the time. Van Nostrand, Young & Coots can help. They're an independent, family-owned insurance agency right here in Stark County.
And I'll tell you, Will Van Nostrand, he's probably here tonight at the game. It's a big game in Stark County. He's going to be here. His wife, Sue, local people from the area, love high school athletics, support the high school athletes. And I would, hey, all of our fans out there, please support all of our sponsors. If it wasn't for them, we couldn't bring you our award-winning coverage of high school, collegiate, and international athletics.
So the high scoring McKinley Bulldogs, speed to burn. We'll get the football to begin things tonight, and Hoover comes in at 6-0. Something's got to give tonight.
Yeah, and this is where McKinley can be so dangerous to start the game. Their special teams being able to get a big chunk on a kick return. If you're Hoover, you probably either want to squib this or you want to put it in the end zone. You don't want one of their three deep athletes to touch the ball.
Joey Reedinger, there you see him, number 93, has the ball teed up and ready to return it for the Bulldogs. Darius Hill, Kamar Lucius. As we are underway on simply a gorgeous night for high school football in Stark County, right down the middle of the field, picked up at about the 10-yard line, and the Hoover Vikings special team is there to bring him down right at the 20-yard line.
And that is a great special teams play win there by North Canton. Anytime in high school you can pin a team inside the 30, in this case inside the 25, I think that's a win for the kickoff. So Hoover did a nice job there. See what McKinley comes out with here offensively.
That was Darius Hill that brought it back, and they spot the football right at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for Canton. McKinley comes in at 5-1. You see the quarterback transfer from Akron Hovind. That is Trent Hayden, 5'11", 180, and a senior. He's got Z.N. Culver right behind him. He's going to keep it and roll right, in trouble. Trying to scramble to his left, throws on the run, and incomplete, right into that McKinley sidelines.
And we're going to have a flag way off the football there. See if it's pass interference against the Vikings, or maybe a legal man downfield against McKinley.
That's exactly what it is, Troy. They tried to find Darius Hill on a sideline route. Let's take a look at the starting offense for McKinley. The wide receivers, Darius Hill and DJ Britt. Tight end, Legacy Lee. Up front, the big guys will be Logan Hayes, Cameron Jamerson, Jamarise Owens, Gabriel Hinkle, Trayshawn Quincy. Halfback, Adonis Kelly. The fullback is Zion Culver. And the quarterback, senior number 7, Trent Hayden.
Yeah, there was interesting there. I thought Hayden could have tucked it and ran for maybe 5 or 6 yards.
He had some space, didn't he?
He had some space. He got everyone flowing to the right. No one was on the backside there for Hoover into the boundary, but it's going to bring up first, and it looks like about 15 here for the Pups.
That ball originally was at the 22. Now it's back to the 16.
Now we're seeing them out of the gun. They went under center the first time.
Running play up the right side. Not much there. That Hoover defense, who has been stingy most of this season, Troy, and they're a big group up front.
Very big up front, as you're going to talk about him here, Joe.
Let's take a look at that Vikings defense. Defensive end, Carson Dungan. Nose tackle, David Tully. Jack Zirko, the defensive tackle. Owen Williams up front. The linebackers, and they're good. Carter Lukens, Aiden Kish, and Chase Lukens. In the secondary, Carson Moore, Cian Ledwell, Bryson Bayer, and Brady Hassan.
Zarko, a two-way player here for the Vikings. Excellent defensively and excellent offensive lineman for North Canton Hoover.
On his way to Miami of Ohio to play in the Mid-American Conference. Hayden going to throw, in trouble, being rushed, and down he goes, but Fiores throws it downfield, incomplete. I thought they were going to get to him, Troy, but he kept his balance, rolling left and throws incomplete down at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, good pressure there by North Canton Hoover. Great coverage downfield here as you're going to take a look at our Altman replay coming up here. Good coverage downfield, but look at the ends there. The only thing is that D-end's got to keep him more to his inside shoulder so he can pick up the sack, but good coverage by the Vikings, and McKinley's just forced to throw away the ball again.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 12. And McKinley's going to have to get up to the 32-yard line.
Well, they got to run a play here because they're at 5 seconds on the play clock.
I'm not sure they're going to get it off.
They're going to have to call a timeout. They got a late arriving player. They're going to have to call a timeout or take the delay.
I think they're going to call a timeout. I saw Trent Hayden look over at the sidelines. There you see Trent, number 7. He said, "What do you want me to do, coach?" And he said, "Call a timeout," and that's what they did.
And that is just frustrating if you're a coach where you've got to be in that situation to call a timeout this early.
As we said, McKinley comes in at 5-1, 3-0 in the Federal League. Head coach Renzi Parnell, who was the defensive coordinator up at Hoban, played his high school football at Akron Garfield, right in the heart of Firestone Park. First head coaching job for Renzi Parnell, comes from a football family. And I think an excellent hire for McKinley.
Oh, I think so too. He's someone who can keep the team involved. He can improve it. He's going to get players out. He can bring some players in. I think he is a great hire for Camp McKinley.
But he's got a possession play right here. 3rd and 12 on the Bulldogs' first possession of the football game.
Hoover gone with that 40 front. They're going to stay in that gun as McKinley. They went under center first play of the game.
And McKinley with 3 receivers up on top. Take that run. They're going to throw a little bubble screen out there. He's got some space. Get to the sidelines and scoots out of bounds up over the 30 to the 32. And I think that's going to be enough for a first down, isn't it?
Yeah, Hoover, that was just a bad breakdown defensively for the Vikings as they had McKinley in a bad situation, but this time they just let him out of it. You can't let McKinley out of it. There's no defensive back in the picture there for North Canton Hoover when he touches the ball. There was no one within 10 yards of him, so a bad defensive break there by the Vikings.
Well, that was Elijah Finn that caught it, Troy. He looked upfield. He didn't see anybody who was going to tackle him.
No, there was nobody there.
So a first down after Hoover had the Bulldogs in trouble after a penalty. Now 1st and 10 for McKinley at their own 32. Going to run it again. Over to the left side. Not much there. Maybe 2 or 3. And that will do it.
I like McKinley does a lot with their offensive lineman, pulling the backside guard there, trying to get it off tackle. Hoover doing a nice job with the interior there. Just gone with 4 defensive linemen, trying to let that Mike linebacker flow to make plays. You get a look there at the linebacking core for the Vikings. Sitting in the middle of that defense is number 11 for Hoover. That's Carter Lukens. We saw him earlier this year against Green have a couple of big tackles and big plays.
Yeah, he's the heart and soul of this Hoover defense. Gain of 2 will be 2nd and 8. Hayden with the fake, going to roll right, throws out of the backfield and dropped. Boy, that was Legacy Lee that had it in his hands and couldn't hang on to it. That had been a big play.
Well, I'll tell you, I like McKinley does a lot of boot action here where they get everything flowing here to the left. Boom, they get the tackle fanning out. You think it's there. The backside is wide open. He could have ran for that, but you got to catch the ball first. Just a minor mistake right there. But Hoover, again, they've got McKinley behind the sticks looking at 3rd and 8. You can't let him off the hook again.
That was Aiden Kish, number 5 on defense for Hoover. Brings up another 3rd down situation. 3rd and 8 this time for the Bulldogs at their own 34. Aiden going to throw, and nice catch at the 42-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Boy, nice catch there by Darius Hill, the big junior. Came down with that one.
Going to be about a yard short, so decision time here. I think you go with your offensive line, go under center, see what you can get.
From ground level, let's watch it again. Boy, this is a nice pass by Trent Hayden, and even a better catch
See if they try to draw Hoover off. They've used a timeout already. Another late arriving player. Some disorganization here. They're going to go just one back in the backfield.
4th and 1. They've got to get to the 42.
They're going to punt it. He backs the quarterback up to punt.
Yeah, Hayden's going to punt it. And a high end-over-end kick. Going to take a McKinley bounce. That's going to roll inside the 15, close to the 10, inside the 10, still rolling. And finally down at about the 6, maybe the 5-yard line. What a punt by the Bulldogs to get out of trouble.
Nice job of flipping the field there. North Canton fans, get ready. Holly Pierpont is running for city council at large, bringing the hustle, heart, and hometown pride to work hard for you with transparency, open communication, and a true community-driven spirit. Vote for Holly Pierpont for city council at large November 4th, and go Vikes. Paid for by friends of Holly Pierpont.
That was Trent Hayden, Troy, that boomed that one downfield. Got a good bounce on that turf, and ball's all the way down to the Hoover 6-yard line where the Vikings have it 1st and 10. Their first possession of the game as they come out on offense, led by senior quarterback John Collins. He'll wear number 1 tonight.
And if you're McKinley's defense, you are licking your chops, pinning your earbacks, trying to get a big play here defensively as they're going to go empty.
Collins looks left, throws, has a man open, going to be over the 10. Nice stutter step and out of bounds. That'll be a Vikings first down over the 15 to the 16.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be just short.
Short.
Going to be pretty close. They're going to give it to him.
Let's take a look right now at this Vikings offense. The wide receivers, Drake Cooper, Jack Andes, Bryson Bayer, Michael Statter. Tackles, Kirkpatrick, Zarko, Girdlestone, Martin, and Wrights. Running back, Michael Lamline, and the quarterback, as we mentioned, senior John Collins. Collins going to throw over the middle, has a man wide open. Going to be a big play and a first down to the 30-yard line. Crossing pattern, always hard to cover.
Nice job, good protection there. I love Collins is standing tall in the pocket. They're not getting any pressure on him, but I like Hoover here, gone with no huddle, gone some tempo.
Take a look right now at this McKinley defense. Colin Hinkle, Dietrich Daniels, Kayvon Dawkins, they're up front. Linebackers, Stevens, Brooks, Mitchell, and Cook. The secondary, Brown, McClellan, Robinson, and Shad Davis.
Empty here for Hoover.
Collins going to throw downfield and throws deep and overthrows everybody down at the 35-yard line. Again, he got pretty good protection.
Pretty good protection. I think maybe a couple weeks ago before he would have got dinged up, I think he might have tucked that and probably picked up 5 or 6 yards.
He had some running room, a little lane to the right, decided to throw it downfield. He was trying to find Bryson Bayer.
Well, and sometimes when you see the quarterback run up like that, the DBs just pause for a second and then allows the wide receiver to get separation.
2nd and 10. This drive for the Vikings started at their own 6-yard line. Now they're going to run it and not there. Boy, that McKinley defense came in from the right side and nailed it.
And they were just waiting for it defensively as they tackle him for a 1-yard loss. Brings up a big 3rd down play here. That's Hinkle coming in, making the tackle. Look at that, gets his head across the body, wraps up. Great penetration there by the defensive line of McKinley.
No gain will bring up a 2nd and 10 as the clock winds down here in the first quarter. Exactly 8 minutes to go. Collins, deep snap, looks downfield, throwing deep, has the man out there, that's Andes. Andes has it, they're trying to bring him down, they won't do it. Andes to the house, the Vikings strike early.
John Collins wasting no time to go up top. He's going to find Jack Andes. We've said it, he's the playmaker for the Vikings. He gets separation on this as he takes one to the house. Great protection there in the Papa Bears big play replay. Collins kind of signs on, but he drops a dime right in the bread basket of Andes, and he's going to take that one 75 yards to pay dirt. As McClellan just kind of couldn't make the tackle there. Great hustle, but
he was reaching trying to grab him, but Andes wouldn't go down. What a big momentum play for the Vikings early in this game. They lead at 6-0. And they'll try and make it 7-0. David Wadley will try and kick it.
Hoover can run a lot of different sets out of that muddle huddle look.
Aiden Kavanaugh will hold it. As the Vikings with a big play in this football game to stun the Bulldogs. Low snap. And the flag flies, and let's see what that's all about.
It's going to be a false start on North Canton Hoover.
That's exactly what it is.
I know talking with Coach Baum earlier this week was You know, he said they'd struggle a little bit with our punt snaps, but see how they do here in the PAT. I think he's only missed one so far this year. That's going to back him up 5 yards. Still, for most high school punters, just a normal kick.
They back him up 5. This crowd still buzzing over that Collins to Andes bomb for a touchdown early in this game. Another low snap. This kick is up high enough, and it is perfect. So 7:45 in the first quarter. The Vikings lead at 7-0.
I'd like to thank our good friends at Beaver Construction and Beaver Excavators, building high-performance, quality facilities for elite athletes. True project partners embracing transparency approach. Folks, you look at the North Canton Hoover baseball field. That was done by Beaver Construction and Beaver Excavating. They build success. It is an absolutely amazing facilities. An incredible look whenever you get here from North Canton. Be sure to thank them. They work with all the schools. We're doing a game down in Indian Valley tonight. You should see the football facility they built at Indian Valley. Just absolutely amazing with our good friends at Beaver Construction and Beaver Excavating. Also proud sponsors of our Female Athlete of the Week.
How important was it, Troy, for the Vikings to strike early, get a little momentum, get a little confidence tonight?
Well, that to me is the big thing. It's the confidence. Because, you know, last few years, McKinley's kind of dominated this series. Hoover took him to overtime. But you got to have that confidence and believe that you can win, especially when you're playing at home. Now, here's the thing. They did a great job on special teams the first time down. Pin McKinley at the 21. Can they do it again? You don't want to give McKinley anything to get excited about here on the kick return.
For the second time in this football game, Joey Riedinger will kick it off for Hoover. There we see him, number 93. And coming back to return it for the Bulldogs, Darius Hill, Kamar Lucius. There's a high end over end kick.
Didn't go in the end zone though. Very returnable.
They're going to bring it out. Going to hit the sidelines and a good open field tackle.
Who would
say big yardage?
Is that number 11? Was that Lukens coming in there? That was Lukens coming up to make that tackle.
Carter Lukens, the senior linebacker. Down he went. Big play early by the special teams group. That's two good kickoff coverage they had early in this game.
Well, special players make special plays on special teams.
There you see this Bulldog offense for the second time they're on the field. Had a couple first downs the first possession. Got a great punt from Trent Hayden that pinned the Vikings all the way down at the 6-yard line, but that didn't seem to deter them at all.
No, the question here is, can that defense for North Canton stay stout?
They're going to run it again over the right side. Boy, they are quick, aren't they? They're getting into that hole in a hurry. Looked like that was Zion Culver. Now they're going to give that to West. They got Culver 24 and West 14. Gain of a couple on that. We'll take it up to the 30-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 5 for McKinley. There you get a look at Trent Hayden, 5'11", 180, a senior, the transfer from Hoover. Going to throw it. Caught there by Darius Hill, but right on top of the play, making a good stop. Looked like that was the cornerback coming up. That's Carson Morris.
Yeah, Carson Morris coming up there as he makes a nice tackle. Also, Nate's coming up there making the play. Carson Morris, number 29. A little RPO action here. Quarterback has the ability to put it in the tailback's gut. This time he makes the pass. Right decision. Going to bring up 3rd and 1 for North Canton. See if North Canton maybe stems their defense here, jumps them around a little bit, try to get the pups to jump.
Hayden takes a look at that Vikings defense on a big play. 3rd and 1. They're going to try and run it. They get the first down and more. Boy, quick off that left side. Kalen West, the sophomore, at 170, and he got to that opening in a hurry.
Yeah, he did, and there was a nice opening there as the quarterback just going to get it, reverses out. Nice kick-out block there by the left tackle as they get good movement up front.
Nate Sikora coming in from that cornerback spot. Finally brought him down. Don't want to miss any open field against these guys. They can take it a long way if you miss a tackle.
No, they will make you pay.
They sure will. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 40. Going to run it again. This time the Vikings are waiting for him right there at the 40. Boy, the middle of that Viking defense. David Tully, Jack Zarko, they were right there to make the stop.
They're just sitting there. The Vikings winning first down here. Now the playbook gets a little bit tighter when you're looking at 2nd and 10. I think they're going to come back. I like the boot action that McKinley runs where they get all the action going one way and they come back with a pass in the flats the opposite direction. Try to get everything flowing here into the boundary and then look to go the wide side.
Boy, that was Jack Zarko that was the initial tackler on that. He's a big guy, hard to move him up front. 2nd and 10. Hayden going to throw it. Throwing deep downfield and overthrows everybody, but a flag's going down. That was pretty evident from up here that they wanted to save a touchdown. They went one-on-one coverage.
And I don't think he needed to do it.
DJ Britt was the guy they were trying to find, number 3. I thought he was pretty well covered, but he was covered because he was grabbing him, I guess.
Right, and I don't think he needed to. He was going to overthrow him. But the corner just getting a little too grabby there, a little too anxious, a little too worried. And that's going to be another easy first down here, this time by penalty for McKinley as they're going to cross the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to bring the football all the way down to the Vikings 45 on that left hash. So via the penalty, the Bulldogs on the move on their 2nd possession of the night.
Yeah, if you're North Canton Hoover, you don't want to help out McKinley any more than you need to.
Trent Hayden takes a look. Going to hand it off. Big hole on that left side again as West bursts through again. Boy, they love that left side, and they're getting big yardage running right behind Logan Hayes and Cameron Jamerson.
Yeah, they're just smashing it into the boundary side here, into the bench side. Quarterback just reverses out, but look at the backside pull. He locks up on the linebacker, and that's going to free him up for another 5 or 6 yards. So now you're looking at 2nd and 1. Playbook gets really wide open here as you can take a shot downfield. You can run it off tackle. I'd like to try it. If I'm McKinley, I'm looking to take a shot to the end zone.
Boy, good block there by the tight end, Legacy Lee. Good size sophomore at 6'3", 205. 2nd and 2 for the Bulldogs. The Vikings 37. Going to run it to the short side of the field. He's got the first down, and then gang tackling by the Vikings. We're going to bring him down, but not before McKinley keeps this drive alive with another first down.
Well, and that's what McKinley wants to do. They want to establish the run. They're going to be ground and pound. They're going to take their shots downfield, but they like to run the football. Nothing complicated, just a little outside zone here. He's going to run to daylight, try to find it. They're just reach blocking up front.
Boy, West is really running hard. 5'9", 170. He's only a sophomore, Troy. He's going to cause problems for a couple years.
He's only going to get better. He's only going to get stronger.
1st and 10 at the 34. Going to run him again on that left side, and again positive yardage down close to the 25. They are running to the left, and they're having success, Troy.
Yeah, they're just gashing Hoover on this left side into the short side of the field. Not sure if Hoover wants to change some personnel here, but look at there's another kick out block, another backside pull, and the running back just delivering the blow here. Looking again, seems like the last 3 or 4 plays, we're talking about McKinley being at 2nd and 3, 2nd and 2.
Big Trayshawn Quincy, number 59, leading that run. He's a load there on that right tackle spot. 2nd and 2. Hayden going to fake it, going to roll right, going to throw it. Has a man out there and overthrows him. That was Legacy Lee, the sophomore. That's the 2nd time he's overthrown a receiver on that right flat.
Yeah, and I like that, though, trying to take that shot with the pass. You want to keep the secondary honest. Once again, you get all the action flowing here. Great play fake. And I like how the fullback, he goes out, he blocks, and then he slips out. He sustains his block for about a second, then he flows on the flats. They can connect on that. They've got a good play.
Aaron Brubaker was the guy getting some heat on Hayden. That may have forced a little overthrow, but they're in 4-down territory here, Troy, although it's 3rd and 2. At the 26. Hayden again, left side, again, big hole. West is going to take it inside the 20 to the 19. They have to find some way to plug up that right side of that Hoover defense.
Yeah, I mean, they're just doing a great job here offensively. Is that left side of the offensive line for McKinley. Once again, just pulling the backside guard, opens it up, and now you got your safeties coming up making tackles. And guys, when your safety's your leading tackler, it's not too good for the defense.
Yeah, Bryson Bayer, Carson Morris combine on that stop, and it's 1st and 10 at the Vikings 20. Going to run. This time they run right. Big hole. West to the 5 and down at the 4. That was quick. In a hurry to the 4.
They hit the hole so well, and there's not much resistance there up front as they're just washing down the side of the offensive line for North Canton. The linebacker whiffs. Now you're inside the 5.
Here they come again. West this time hit back of the line of scrimmage. And who
Lukens.
other than Carter Lukens, the senior middle linebacker, broke through and made a big hit.
Nice job there by Lukens. He's going to get the tackle for loss. He's going to take him for about a 2-yard loss. You take a look here on the Altman replay. Great textbook shooting the gap. Hoover's trying to bring some pressure up, trying to run blitz a little bit against this McKinley offense.
A loss of a couple back to the 7. As you take a look at that McKinley offense, averaging 37 points a game. And they are scoreless with a minute and a half to go here in the opening quarter.
They're knocking on the door, though.
New running back in there, and they've got him right about the line of scrimmage.
I think he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. But once again, some penetration up front. We hadn't seen that early for North Canton. As you take here again, they're finally getting some penetration. They're getting off blocks. As good, look at the gang tackle. We're getting a lot of orange helmets around the ball here. So a big third down play here.
That's Isaacs Brooks.
If you can keep him outside the 5, you're probably going to hold him to a field goal attempt.
Yeah, Brooks had his first carry of the night as they took the sophomore West out of there. And Brooks is in there on a 3rd and 6.
Now McKinley, though, they're down to 3 seconds on the play clock.
They're going to have to hurry. Down to 2, down to 1. They just got it off. They're going to throw to the flats.
Good block, and that's an easy touchdown.
Touchdown, McKinley.
Yeah, there was just no one out there for North Canton Hoover once they got the initial block, as they were just working the flats all night long, and eventually they were going to connect on it.
DJ Britt, the senior wide receiver, is the guy that caught it. Let's watch it again.
You get everything here. The quarterback rolls out, but look there. Come flying upfield too much, and look at the blocking downfield. Great job there by number 52 by McKinley, getting downfield to pick up the block there. That's Owens.
Now they'll try and tie it up. Trent Hayden will hold, and Thomas Mankowski will kick it. That kick is up, high enough, long enough, perfect. 33 seconds left to go in the opening quarter, and we are tied 7-7.
And a great job there by McKinley answering right back.
It's always that personal touch that they know you.
Primetime has people that can help you through every step of the way, and when you're my age, you need that extra help.
You don't want a lot of questioning when you're already dealing with a medical issue. Primetime is trying to help us get down the road as long as we can.
And if you're not in the right situation, a senior can lose everything. I feel with Primetime, we picked the best program.
You're only as good as your people. And what we've done here is that we've created a culture where people flourish.
We don't want it to be a transaction. We want it to be something where there's a consultative approach, a relationship that allows us to really, one, ensure our customer the right way, but then two, to let them understand the value of getting to work with us.
It's an extreme amount of satisfaction for this team that we have right now. We've developed a team that is solely based on relationships.
The all-new 2026 Chevy Equinox is here at Bear Chevrolet Toyota. Sleek, smart, and ready for summer fun. With advanced tech, bold styling, and room for the whole crew, it's the perfect ride for every adventure. Stop in today, take a spin, and see why everyone's talking about the new Equinox. Bear Chevrolet Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
You've got only one body, so why not take care of it? Let iCryo Wellness and Recovery help you live a healthy lifestyle. iCryo will introduce you to recovery and wellness with their proven techniques that will surely make your body and mind a whole lot healthier. Evaluate your lifestyle with iCryo. Don't wait. Call now, 330-451-6365.
Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson back at North Canton Hoover, and we've got a good football game for you tonight, fans. McKinley at 5-1, 3-0 in the Federal League, visiting the Vikings of North Canton. Vikings come in at 6-0, and as you would expect, we are tied 7-7 with 33 seconds to go in the opening quarter.
13-play, 75-yard drive, and helped out there tremendously by North Canton Hoover's pass interference call that got McKinley out of a hole, let him off the hook, got him across the 50, and then they just said, you know what, we're going to run some power football, and just did a nice job of methodically marching the ball from the 45-yard line in.
There you take a look at Thomas Mankowski, number 1. 5'10", 160, and a senior, and waiting to bring it back, the dangerous Jack Andes and Bryson Bayer. End over end kick, and that is going to fly out of the end zone. Good kick by Mankowski. He drilled that one.
That was a great kick. Once again, you take away the other team's best offensive athlete, the best player. You got to make him drive 80 yards. Great kickoff there for the Pups.
I'm sure coming into this game, Coach Parnell was concerned about keeping the football out of the hands of Jack Andes. He's already been burned once on that touchdown pass, and they didn't want to kick off to him.
No. You already saw what kind of athleticism he has on the field. He was running away from the defensive backs for McKinley. See how Collins does here in his second drive after being out for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, the defensive back looked like he was trying to catch a bus. 1st and 10 at the 20. Collins drops, throws over the middle, caught by Andes, and brought down close to the 30. That crossing pattern, the toughest route to defend by a defensive back.
Well, when you're giving the quarterback plenty of time, he is just standing tall in the pocket. And these crossing routes, they take a little bit of time to develop, but he's getting plenty of time, a little bit off his back foot there. But you got to find your wide receivers, and once again, finding Jack Andes. But John Collins doing a great job at the quarterback position, hanging tough in there.
That was Shad Davis that brought him down for McKinley, the strong safety. 2nd and 2. And again, we have some stoppage of play.
That's going to be
the end of the quarter. Okay. We have played one full quarter here at Hoover, as we expected. A heck of a football game on a beautiful night in Stark County. It's Hoover 7, McKinley 7, right here on Big Time Sports. Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson back at North Canton Hoover. It's time for our quarterly recap, and it was a good one.
Yep, we're here for our quarterly recap, brought to you by our good friends at Kimball Recycling. Quarterly recap. As you take a look here, the first one is going to be the bomb to Collins. I'm sorry, from Collins to Andes, as they were trying to drag him down. That ain't going to happen. Collins just running away there, showing his speed. Jack Andes showing his speed there, and then the pass into the end zone for the Pups. Great reception there, nice run by Canton McKinley's number 3, Britt. And we're all tied up at 7 apiece, and that's your Kimball Recycling quarterly recap.
For North Canton, let's see what they decide to do here. First play of the second quarter, as the Vikings and the Bulldogs are tied 7-7. Collins is going to keep it. And he is hammered and hit hard. First time he's carried the football, and that didn't work.
Yeah, that was a loss of about 2 or 3 there, as he's just going to get blown up. And this play just takes a little too long to develop here. McKinley gets too much penetration, and he is not able to get anything. He loses 3, so instead of looking at 3rd and 1, now you're looking at 3rd and 4, and now your playbook changes a lot as Antonio Stevens coming up, making a big play there for the Pups.
Yeah, he was one of a couple Bulldogs that brought Collins down. You got to run the quarterback once in a while just to keep those linebackers honest.
You do, but they're going to try some crossing routes. The question is, are you going to have time to throw? They're going to pick up a penalty again. So Hoover just kind of shooting themselves here in the foot.
Let's take a look at tonight's referee. Is going to make the call, and that's going to cost Hoover 5 yards. We saw how quick that Bulldog defense is when Collins tried to run the football.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You're going to try those crossing routes now to try to get downfield. That's going to be difficult here if McKinley decides to dial up some pressure.
3rd and 9. And McKinley's going to jump right into the middle of that Bulldog or into the Viking offensive line, and McKinley gives that 5 yards right back.
Yeah, it's gone right back there to North Canton. So you're going to go right back to looking at 3rd and about 4.
There's the busiest man in the stadium right now. The referee's been throwing flags all over the place.
Trying to keep that laundry clean.
Exactly. 3rd and 4. And an empty backfield now for John Collins.
McKinley's got to call their second timeout.
I'm going to call a timeout. 10:57 left to go here in the opening quarter. We are tied at 7.
Hoover fans, make the winning play. Vote Holly Pierpont for North Canton City Council at large. Holly is a Hoover grad who brings transparency, open communication, and a game plan that puts our community first. Vote for Holly Pierpont for City Council at large on November 4th. And go Vikes, paid for by Friends of Pierpont. So really you get to look there at the Hoover huddle. And this is a big 3rd down play here, because if you got to punt it, you're going to give the ball back to McKinley with really good field position and some momentum. And I'm sure Camp McKinley here is talking about those crossing routes and want to make sure they got their coverage right in the secondary.
Boy, there's some big games all around the county tonight, Troy, in addition to this McKinley and Hoover game. How about Jackson out at undefeated Lake? Lake 6-0, Canfield 6-0 is going to be at 5-1 Louisville. Those are 2 good games.
Yeah, Canfield's a nice ball club. That'll tell you a lot about Louisville if they can come out with a win tonight. Because now Louisville's starting to get into the meat of their schedule.
3rd and 4. So you take a look at John Collins, the senior quarterback, number 1 for the Vikings. He looks right, throws, and nearly picked off. Boy, had his hands on the football for McKinley. That was number 13, I believe, who almost picked it off. We're going to pick that was Lanaz Brown, the senior, at only 5'6", 125. He played big there.
Yeah, he tried to lead Andy's just a little too much there and almost led to 7 points for the Pups.
At 5'6", maybe he didn't see him.
One of those DBs that kind of hides in there in the secondary.
4th and 4 for Hoover. And Andes is going to kick it out of there.
Nice punt.
And that is going to take a Hoover bounce. That's going to be inside the 20, still rolling, close to the 15, inside the 15, and finally at the 13. It's down for McKinley, who takes over with a 7-7 tie.
I mean, Andy's right there. You know, he's catching the ball. He's running the ball. Played quarterback last week. He has a booming punt. He might have, you know, the team gets here. They drive themselves. He might have gone around, chauffeured everyone tonight.
We saw him play baseball, Troy. And I think he's going to Bowling Green to play baseball. And he is a heck of an athlete, one of the best in Stark County.
Yeah, great 3-sport athletes for the Viking Jack Andes. Don't forget, at the end of the game, we'll be picking our iCryo Stone Cold Player of the Game. Folks, if you're serious about your training, about your recovery, you want to definitely go to iCryo, located over in Belden Village.
Caitlin West back in at running back right now for McKinley. He was out for a few plays on the Bulldogs' last possession. Going to throw a little bubble screen out there, looking for a block, and maybe 4 or 5 yards before the right side of that Hoover defense comes up to make the hit.
Yeah, that's just really a long handoff there as they're going to pick up 5. And that's a great job of winning on first down here. Just quick throw out in the flats. They got a nice block there by the wide receiver. The safety playing deep. That's an easy read for the quarterback when the safety's giving you a 13-yard cushion.
Well, that was Elijah Finn, 5'6", 125 at wide receiver. Now they're going to run the football, and West is back in there, and he's doing damage again. They gave him a little bit of a rest. Troy, he's back in. He says, give me the football.
Well, let him tote the rock, because I would want to run it behind this offensive line as well, as they just do a great job opening holes up against Hoover. They got some of the linebackers look like they're on roller skates.
Boy, he's got a burst. We saw that. He's 5'9", 170, as we mentioned, only a sophomore. And I'm not sure they've got him back in the line of scrimmage yet. He's got positive yardage every time he's carried the football.
He is a hard-nosed runner.
There you look at him, number 14, standing behind Trent Hayden, the senior quarterback. Going to get it one more time, and this time the Vikings get him. And a flag goes down on that right side.
And that one was because of the snap threw off all the timing on that, a high snap. It almost looked like a typewriter situation. You're going to have a hold. I'm surprised there was a hold on that quick of a play.
Yeah, it's going to be holding on McKinley. But that was the first time that the Vikings got to West. They were right in on top of him.
That snap just threw it off, and that's one of the reasons coming in there is big number 86 for North Canton Hoover.
I think that's Owen Williams.
Yeah, Owen Williams coming in, junior tight end defensive lineman making a big play. So the Vikings are going to accept that penalty, back them up 10.
Yeah, they're going to push it back to about the 18-yard line.
I like it. McKinley mixes it up, going under center, going in the gun. That it seems simple, but it does throw off the defensive linemen and linebackers a little
Hayden's
bit.
going to throw. Throwing downfield. Has a man out there and a nice leaping catch at the 34-yard line. And coming down with the football is number 3, DJ Britt.
Hoover letting him off the hook again. You've got him on the ropes. And you just let him complete the big play here. Plenty of time to throw. Gets his feet set. Finds him. Makes a great catch.
Boy, that's a big time catch. Carson Morris was there defensively, but boy, Britt went up high and just caught it with his hands.
He high pointed that ball. That's how you teach it. Hoover's got to bring some pressure on this quarterback. They did it early.
4. West going to run it. Another big run close to the 40-yard line. They'll spot it at the 39. And I think that's going to be close enough, and it is, for another Bulldog first down.
Hoover has him at 1st and 20. It takes the Pups 2 plays to go 25 yards. Nice job pulling the backside wing there as well, getting some nice lead blocks. And I just love this offensive line, how they come off as a unit for McKinley. Just a great job here by the Pups.
That was Carter Lukens that drug him down after a good gain and a first down at the 39. Those 3 linebackers for Hoover: Chase Lukens, Carter Lukens, Aiden Kish. They're going to be busy tonight. 1st and 10 at the 39. High snap. They bring it down. They give it to West. And again, he breaks through a little crease on the right side and gets 3 yards up to the 43-yard line.
And you said a crease, Joe. He doesn't need much room.
He doesn't.
He does a nice job of skinnying through any type of hole there. There's the high snap that threw him off earlier. Not this time. Vikings coming up. They just got to get him early. They got to get some penetration up front. Try to throw off the blocking schemes a little bit. Stem some guys. Bring some heat. Try to keep this offensive line for McKinley guessing.
That was Aiden Kish, the linebacker that brought him down. Going to be 2nd and 6. Going to fake that handoff to West. Hayden looking downfield, and a catch right on the sidelines. That is a big-time catch down at the Vikings 44. Wow, once again, that is DJ Britt.
I'll tell you what, I like this quarterback here. The play fake, he carries his fakes out very well. Does a nice job on the comeback route, little double move. Catches on the sideline, gets the feet in. Great catch by Britt, great job by the quarterback.
Carson Morris there defensively, but not before the Bulldogs come up with a big play and another first down at the 44. Hayden to West. That's one of the few times they've stopped him, Troy. He tried to run left that time, and the Vikings said, not going to do it against us on that left side. Good defense.
Well, this time they get to him early. They get to him before he gets any momentum going. They close the gaps quickly. They get some penetration. The linebackers fill. The problem is now, like Brubaker there coming up and making the play, if the linebackers start filling a little too quick, they're going to be susceptible to that play action.
So a loss of 1 back to the 45. The football right in the middle of the field. But a little over 6 minutes to go in the half. We are still tied at 7. Hayden, a good fake. Throwing deep downfield. Has a man out there. That is DJ Britt, and he drops the football.
Oh, my Lord. He had a wide open touchdown.
After making 2 outstanding catches, DJ Britt drops one that would have been a touchdown.
And we're going to have a penalty here on McKinley, a personal foul. Off the ball here, you might be able to see it when the ball's in the air. There you're going to see him tackle the defensive back. That might be just pass interference.
There you look at it, and nobody feels worse about than DJ Britt. We've got an injured Viking flat on his back. at the 15-yard line. Not sure who that is. Training staff out taking a look at him.
But really just a great ball there. And Brett, he has made some Biletnikoff-type catches tonight. And I'm sure you want to go right back to him. He's a threat on the sidelines. He's a threat to go deep. Don't forget, we're going to have our iCrowd Stone Cold Player of the Game tax season coming up, folks. Tax season, that is Nate Sikora coming out. Tax season is right around the corner. And you want to go to Fireside Tax. That's Fireside Tax, Tim Singo and his crew. You can check them out on the web at firesidetax.com.
Can't we?
That's firesidetax.com.
Can't we enjoy Thanksgiving and Christmas before we talk about taxes?
You know what, Joe? It just creeps up every year earlier. The IRS just gets bigger and bigger every year trying to take your money. And you want to go to Tim Singo and your crew so you can keep it.
There you go.
So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty against McKinley.
That's a second big one on the Bulldogs tonight.
So that's going to bring up second. That's bring up second about 22.
Scoreboard says 26, but I'll go with your 22, Troy. You're the teacher. I'm the student.
I teach social studies, Joe, not math or ELA. Definitely not ELA anymore.
Regardless, a long way to go for the Bulldogs on second down at their own 40. Little swing pass out. This is West heading toward the sidelines, turns the corner, up the sidelines and out of bounds.
Big cushion there as he's going to get back a nice chunk of it. As he's going to pick up about 15 of it, and that's going to bring up third and about 17. Third and about only 13.
Let's watch it again on the Altman replay.
That's just a simple swing pass, and once again, nobody there, as he's going to go about 7 or 8 yards before any Vikings get into the picture.
Brady Hassan was the guy that pushed him out of bounds. Going to bring up third and 14. Now the ball at the Vikings 48-yard line. They're going to run West. He's going to be short of the first down, and now Renzi Parnell says, what do you want me to do? You want me to run it on fourth or punt it away?
It's going to be 4th and 10. See if they try that backup punt again.
One more look as West ran for short yardage, but it looks like every time he touches the football, he's the guy that can take it a long way.
And we haven't seen him bust out a big chunk play yet, but I think he will. Well, they're looking like they're going to back him up again.
Well, Trent Hayden is going to kick it, and that's going to take a nice McKinley bounce inside the 5-yard line and down to the goal line to the 1.
Great special teams play there by McKinley as they're going to pin Hoover deep. And I mean, you kind of knew he was going to punt. I was surprised Hoover didn't back someone up a little bit deeper, quicker.
4:54 to go in the half. We're tied at 7 on the Big Time Sports Game of the Week.
At Paper Twigs, our full-service floral and papery boutique offers expertly crafted, custom-designed invitations and paper essentials for all events. We're renowned for our innovative, out-of-the-box floral arrangements, perfect for any occasion. We specialize in weddings and major events and would be honored to be a part of your special day. Please contact us at 330-499-3350.
Daystar Power Sports and Equipment in Malvern knows how to take care of our customers. Fall is here, the perfect season to hit the trails, tackle yard work, or haul with confidence. From Arctic Cat ATVs to Cub Cadet mowers, Steel tools, Ferris mowers, and Triton trailers, we've got you covered. Great financing, dependable service, and the gear you need. Call 330-868-9893 or visit DaystarPowersports.com today. Daystar, your adventure starts now.
Introducing Pizza Oven, a legacy since 1956. For decades, we've delighted taste buds with our authentic flavors. Indulge in our scrumptious menu, carefully crafted to satisfy every craving. From crispy pizzas to fresh salads, tender chickens to savory pasta, we have it all. Visit pizzaoven56.com and experience the taste of tradition at your fingertips. Pizza Oven, serving Northeast Ohio at our 10 locations.
Novelis is a global leader in flat-rolled aluminum and the world's largest aluminum recycler. Together, we forged a world-class team delivering high-quality products globally. We extend our positive impact by supporting local schools and community organizations. Novelis Uricksville cheers on students and families across various schools. Novelis Uricksville is rooting for you. Learn more at novelis.com.
March, baby, and Simpson Heating and Cooling is bringing the heat. And the shot is up. The shot is up. You call that a shot? Why don't we get somebody to teach these guys about the game of hoops?
What do you think, Coach?
So I thought you said these guys were all-stars.
They are a lot more professional here in their installation. Check out this installation. He's got one turn. He makes two turns. Wow! Sweet banana. We have got a full installation.
Now I see what you meant when you were talking about all-stars. These guys know what they're doing.
Somebody call for an all-star?
When madness hits your home, choose Simpson.
Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson back at North Canton as we have the game we thought it would be. 7-7 McKinley and Hoover. 4:54 to go here in the first half. And a great punt by Trent Hayden of McKinley has pinned the Vikings all the way back at the 1 yard line. And they're going to have a hard time getting it out of. They're going to run straight ahead. They get a great push though.
Well, they ran the tush push there, and they managed to pick up 5 yards, and that is a nice play on first down. Now, if you do have to punt, it gives your punter some breathing room. I wouldn't be surprised if Hoover maybe stays in that power package a little bit. You got a nice surge there. Try it again. But I think they're going to go to more of their traditional offense.
Well, they pick up 4. 2nd and 6. The football over the 5 now, almost to the 6 yard line.
If I'm Hoover, I'm not in any hurry really to run a play here. I want to try to eat up some clock. Still about 15 seconds on the play clock, so you don't get.
Hal is going to throw it over the middle, and it is dropped by Jack Andes.
Well, now you've stopped the clock.
Not much there, Troy.
Yeah, now you've stopped the clock, and you've given them. You got a chance here to give the ball back to McKinley with time, because McKinley only has 1 timeout. So I would have tried to eat some clock there, not to give the ball back to McKinley. Trying to run those crossing routes again. Good coverage there. This time they break it up.
That was Lanaz Brown, the senior. Again, he's only 5'6". They're picking on him a little bit, but Andy's had to hold on to the football. 3rd and 6, a big play here by Hoover trying to keep this drive going. If they don't get it, they're going to have to punt it away, and the Bulldogs are going to get great field position. Collins right at the goal line. Throws over the middle and is caught wide open. First down. That is a big play all the way out to the 20 yard line.
Great play call here by the Vikings for only their third first down of the game. Great job here on our Altman replay. Collins just broken coverage there. Nice job, nice catch there by the Vikings, number 23 there. That's Bryson Byer coming up with a big reception.
Yeah, that was a nice throw by Collins, who stood in the end zone and threw it on a dart to Byer for a first down. That gets him out of trouble. Now they'll try and move the football. Collins throws it deep downfield, has a man out there and overthrows him right into the McKinley sidelines.
That time he's just throwing it to get rid of it.
Yeah, he was backpedaling, had to throw off his back foot.
As they try to go the deep ball here, good initial protection, but nice job off the spin move there. And Hoover's just, if they're going to try to run those crossing pounds, they're going to try to make them a little bit quicker.
Trying to find Elijah Friesen, number 80. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball at the 20. They're out of trouble, Troy. At least they flipped it a little bit.
Looks like they're audibilizing here.
Collins throwing downfield and overthrows everybody, trying to find Andes, who was double teamed.
Yeah, this time you're not going to let Andes get open at all. And Hoover, this is going to be a big 3rd down because they might be giving the ball back to the Pups with plenty of time.
Yeah, Andes was running a go pattern right down the middle of the field. And that would have taken an outstanding reception by Andes as he was double teamed.
Well, yeah, he's the best. We've seen the best athlete on the field tonight. And you definitely want to make sure you got double coverage on him.
Clock stopped with 3:26 to go in the half. Collins again, here comes the heat. Throws it downfield and a diving catch incomplete at the 30. And I think, is there a flag down?
No, I don't think so. And really, I thought Hoover might try to take some more time off the clock.
That was Drake Cooper, number 22, that came back to the football, just couldn't come up with it.
Not try to give the ball back to McKinley with 3:20 here. And only one, the thing is, McKinley only has 1 timeout. If you give it back to him at, under 2 minutes or under 1:30, makes it a little bit harder here.
Jack Andy standing at the 6. He'll punt it away. Good snap. Andy's gets a hold of that one. And again, gets a good bounce. McKinley's going to pick it up right in front of the sidelines. Coming upfield is Hill. Into the open field. Hill turn in the corner.
He's got this one.
Hill at the
house.
20. Still on his feet. He's being chased by Andes. He won't get him. Touchdown, McKinley.
And there's where Canton McKinley is just so dangerous on the special teams. The time you have a breakdown, the time you punt it right to him, no one has contained on the backside. There's no rush at all here for McKinley at all. And he can just bounce it, take it off. You miss once, you miss twice, you miss 3 times, you miss right there's 4. Arm tackles aren't going to work against McKinley, and they're going to take this one to the house.
Darius Hill, 5'7", 170, the junior.
That's a Papa Bears big play replay.
That sure was, and McKinley now leads at 13-7 as Thomas Mankowski will try and make it 14-7 off the hold of Trent Hayden. Good snap, good kick, and Mankowski is perfect tonight. He is 2 for 2, and McKinley leads it 14-7 with 3 minutes to go in the half. Are you surprised, Troy, after Hoover ran it out of trouble, that they decided to throw the football instead of running it a little bit more?
Yeah, I thought they might try to eat up the clock there and try to take some more timeouts. You get a look at the Mears Nissan fan cam. I want to thank our good friends at Mears Nissan, some McKinley fans right there. On our Mears Nissan fan cam, there you can look at the North Canton Hoover student section on a pink out for breast cancer. Full student section tonight for the North Canton Hoover Vikings on the Mears Nissan fan cam. But yeah, I thought Hoover really tried to take some time off the clock.
They were successful running the football. They went from the 1 out to about the 5.5 and decided to throw the football.
Well, then they got the first down, and then I thought, okay, grind it out, make them burn a timeout. Maybe take 2 minutes off the clock, then punt it back to them. But hey, they're playing to win. They're not here just, try to keep it even. They want to go for a win. And this time they get burned with it, but let's see what they can do here on the return, if they can even get a return.
There, take a look at Thomas Mankowski again. This time he's going to put the football down right in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. He'll kick it away to Jack Andes or Bryson Bayer. And I'm guessing he'll try and keep it away from Andes. But Mankowski, the last time he kicked off, put it in the end zone. Mankowski, the senior, will drill this one deep. And again, bounces right at the goal line. Can't bring that one back. And Hoover will take over 1st and 10 at the 20.
Well, once again, Hoover, you don't want to give the ball back to McKinley. McKinley only has 1 timeout here. You don't want to give them anything to decide about. The thing with North Canton is they get the ball to start the second half. You're down 1 score. You don't want it to get any more than this. You want to try to get to the halftime here, or if you can, try some type of deep play to Andes. But I'll tell you, McKinley has done a nice job adjusting, knowing that Andes is the best athlete on the field.
Hoover will get the football to begin the second half, but they want to get something going right now. They have 3 minutes exactly to move down the field and try and get some points on the board. Collins all the way at quarterback, the 6'3" senior. Looking and overthrows his man, Drake Cooper.
And once again, they're in. Well, I thought they were throwing a penalty as a football, but once again, Hoover here, they don't want to give the ball back to McKinley too quick.
There you look at John Collins. Had him on our TV show about a month ago. Impressive young man. Wants to play at the next level. Feels maybe he'll have to play tight end at the next level.
He's a good enough
high school
athlete.
Quarterback. Oh, yeah.
He can bulk up. He can put on another 15, 20 pounds by next year.
I know he's visited a couple of Mid-American Conference schools. Let's see what happens. But more importantly tonight, he's trying to win a football game. And McKinley has jumped again. That's the 2nd time that defensive front has jumped. It'll cost him 5 yards.
That's a 5th penalty tonight on McKinley. That's going to give Hoover some breathing room here. Looking at 2nd and 5. I'm not sure why they're moving the other down marker there. Oh, now they're going to move it back.
Ball now up at the 25-yard line. Will be 2nd and 5 for the Vikings. Collins looking, throws, has a man wide open. Going to be a first down, stumbling along for more yardage. A big play again for Hoover, who's really trying to hustle back to the line of scrimmage. Again, that was Drake Cooper on the catch.
I'll tell you, when they have time to throw, their crossing routes are excellent. Their timing on it is good. Their rub routes are working on it. They're going 5 wide empty again.
Ball up at the 46, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Clock moving, it's down to 2:33 to go in the half. Collins with a long look over Coach Brian Baum to his right. Going to throw it again. In trouble, and down he goes. He couldn't let loose. I think he stumbled, Troy. I think he wanted to throw it, but there was nobody to throw it to.
Yeah, no one there for him to get the ball away from. Sometimes you just got to, chuck it and try to get rid of it, as he's done a few times tonight. But here, look at the Mount Hope defense. They only bring 4, but that 4 is enough, as Collins is rung up here, and he's going to have to come out, and that is not good for North Canton.
Yeah, he took a shot, and the guy that brought him down, I think, was number 12, Dietrich Daniels, 225-pound senior at 5'9".
And North Canton maybe calling a timeout just to keep Collins in, or maybe trying to get things organized here.
Boy, it looked like Collins tried to sidestep the defender, but he went down in a heap right at the 36-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and 20. If he can't go it, they'll turn to Jack Andes at quarterback.
And things just get a lot harder here for North Canton now. A lot harder without Collins.
It looks like it is going to be Jack Andes. There is receiver number 3. Already has a 70-yard touchdown catch from Collins. And now he's got to be the guy at quarterback, and he'll take it, he'll run it. Trying to turn the corner.
He's got to want to stay in bounds here.
And he's going to get up to the 43, maybe the 44 before they bring him down. That was Isaac Brooks, the middle linebacker, that came over and got him.
Well, Hoover doesn't have to snap the ball till about a minute here. And you're going to want to do that. You don't want to snap it any sooner than at a minute.
They'll bring up 3rd and 13 at the 43. As the clock continues to wind down, we are 1:13 to go in the half.
And I think they're just going to run it again.
Andy's in replace of John Collins. Hopefully he'll be back. And he's going to run it left, trying to turn the corner. And down he goes, and a flag goes down, and Andes is hurt.
And that's going to be a face mask on. Well, that's going to be a hold on Hoover, I think.
Boy, Andes, don't want to lose him.
I'm not sure why McKinley coach is out there with his hand on a referee's back. Oh, I don't know why all those McKinley coaches were allowed out there. Oh, they're going to decline it.
There's Andes. Collins is already on the sidelines.
Collins is coming back out.
They're going to help Andes off the field. Looked like he landed right on his face mask and took the jar to the helmet.
Yep, they're going to start the clock here. Hoover can let this go down to about 30 seconds before they run a play.
Watch
he
this.
Just gets blown up. Oof. He
got sandwiched. He had a bullet on his back, and another one hit him high to bring him down.
Hoover might just wait and call his. Might.
That's Carter Lukens. I think it's going to come in and punt it away.
Yeah, I thought they might. Hoover. Yeah, I figured Hoover might let it run down to a second, call the timeout. Try to give it back to McKinley's only got 1 timeout now.
31 seconds to go in the half. McKinley leads at 14-7.
Well, Hoover has got 2 of their better players rung up here. If they've got to go to their 3rd string quarterback, it gets very, very thin here for North Canton.
Yeah, the Bulldogs took the lead on a punt return by Darius Hill. The Vikings scored on a 70-yard touchdown bomb from Collins to Andes in the first quarter.
A lot of playoff points in the line here for Hoover. You know, they're playing a Division I school when you're Division II. For McKinley, this keeps them in a hunt to try to get a home playoff game. For Hoover, they're trying to keep their position as well, too, for the playoffs in Division II.
Lukens in to punt it away. Good snap.
Oh, take your time. There's no rush at all.
And that kick is going to be.
And you want to let this roll as long as it wants to roll.
It's going to take a bounce. I wouldn't down it unless I had to.
Yeah, I'd wait till I mean, right now, another 3 seconds off the clock is another play.
You're right. It's down to 18 seconds. And Hoover will send their defense back out on the field. The defense has only given up 1 touchdown. Special teams has given up the other one.
Yeah. Big thing here is you don't want to play too soft and let their athletes catch it with too much space. And then a lot of negative things can happen if you're a Vikings fan. How about McKinley here? They're just going to.
They're going to take a knee and go in with a 14-7 lead at halftime.
And it'll be Hoover ball.
Surprising or not?
I thought they might try something.
Hayes going to take it, immediately takes a knee, and that'll do it. We have played 1/2 of football here at North Canton. Undefeated Hoover trying to go 7-0 against a really good Canton McKinley team. It's McKinley 14, Hoover 7. We're back to talk about the first half stats and more right after this.
Beaver Constructors is a full-service general contractor delivering top-notch commercial construction management, general contracting, and design-build services across Ohio. We prioritize doing things the right way, ensuring the highest quality in every project from critical infrastructure to facility improvements. Beaver Excavating excels in heavy civil contracting for commercial, industrial, and transportation sectors. We believe in making a positive impact through community involvement and client satisfaction.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
Do you have an old junker sitting around that's not worth anything? It might be just an old junker to you, but at Speedy Auto Salvage it's worth big bucks. Your end-of-life car or truck will quickly turn into cash for vacation, bill payoffs, or just money for fun. Speedy also takes sheet metal and old appliances and will put cash right in your hands. Speedy pays top dollar for your end-of-life vehicle, sheet metal, scrap iron, and even old appliances. Pickup service is available. Hurry in today to Speedy Auto Salvage.
Dumont Sporting Goods has been outfitting winning teams since 1977. Put Doug Clark and his experienced staff to work for your team. See them for school jackets, silk screening, and embroidery. Dumont's is especially proud to be your exclusive area Russell Athletic Team Specialist. All of the name brands you love close to home. That's Dumont's Sporting Goods on Tuscarawas Avenue in downtown Dover. Team Specialist since 1977.
At Mears Nissan, we make car buying easy. We want our customers to have a pleasant buying experience from start to finish. We offer a comfortable and welcoming space where you can feel confident making your purchase. Family owned and operated for over 35 years, we're proud to offer family-friendly financing options designed to fit your budget. Don't just take our word for it. Take a look at some of our happy customers. So if you're planning on buying a new or used car or truck, look no further than Mears Nissan in Canton, and let our family take care of yours.
We are at halftime on our Big Time Sports Game of the Week right here at North Canton Hoover, and it's a good one. Right now at the half, it's McKinley 14 and Hoover 7. Troy Richardson has been busy with the stats. What did he come up with, Troy?
Well, let's take a look here at our stats brought to you by our good friends at the Akron Auto Auction. As you take a look here at the stats, pretty much rushing yards, it's been dominant by McKinley, 71 to just 1 for North Canton. Passing yards, Hoover done really well, 70 plus on that coming on one play. First downs, McKinley just able to grind it out, because they got a ground game today. So you rack up first downs, 12 to 4. Penalties, 5 for 40, 2 for 10, not surprised there. And no turnovers tonight, so both teams doing a nice job of holding on to the football.
Let's take a look at the highlights in the first half, because we had a lot of big plays.
Yeah, you look at it right off the bat. We had some fireworks early here on our Akron Auto Auction halftime report. There's that big 70-yard bomb to Jack Andes as he takes one to the house of Collins. And then you're going to see it right here. The Pups try to answer right back. Hoover making a big defensive play there by Lukens. But here you're going to see the little swing pass in the fat flats. Pups going to take that one in for 6. Then a beautiful punt here by McKinley. That's going to pin North Canton inside the 1 yard line. Great special teams tonight here by McKinley. Best we've seen from them in a long time. And then the punt by the Vikings. Talk about special teams. Well, here's a special play on the special teams. And McKinley's going to take this up the sidelines, bounce at the perimeter, and strike up the band. The Pups are going to get 6 right there on the big punt return. Here again, Hoover standing in the pocket. This time Collins goes down. We've seen him get racked up. He comes out of the game for that. And then about 2 plays later, Jack Andes, their Obi-Wan Kenobi, their only hope, he gets racked up right there. And he's going to have to come out of the game as well. So 2 big, what could be injuries for North Canton tonight, Joe.
Yeah, the big question when Hoover takes the football to begin the second half, who will be the quarterback? Will it be Ryan Kavanaugh, Luke Whitaker? Those are the other quarterbacks on the Vikings roster. We'll wait and see. We're going to take a break, come back with the second half kickoff right here from North Canton after this timeout.
Speedy Septic Service. We are a family-owned, full-service residential, agricultural, and commercial sewer and drain cleaning service. We have highly trained technicians equipped to utilize the most advanced technologies in high-pressure jetting and video inspections of sewers, with many of them with us for over 12 years. We have expanded our services, including Tuscarawas County operations and maintenance and point-of-sale inspections. Call 330-878-5423. Speedy Septic Service.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
You're only as good as your people. And what we've done here is that we've created a culture where people flourish.
We don't want it to be a transaction. We want it to be something where there's a consultative approach, a relationship that allows us to really, 1, ensure our customer the right way, but then 2, to let them understand the value of getting to work with us.
It's an extreme amount of satisfaction for this team that we have right now. We've developed a team that is solely based on relationships.
Welcome to Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern, Ohio, your ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Get behind the wheel of your dreams for our exclusive lineup of top quality vehicles. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, we have something for every driver. Explore our wide selection of premium cars and let our expert team help you find the perfect match. Don't settle for ordinary. Upgrade to extraordinary at Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern.
There are 87,000 new IRS agents. Fireside Tax is the best accounting value in Stark County. With audit defense and identity theft restoration through Protection Plus, Fireside Tax can help you deal with the new agent. Fireside Tax has been in business for over 18 years and provides tax, accounting, and payroll services, including flat fee accounting and flat fee payroll. Fireside Tax also handles individual and small business income tax returns.
Attention golfers, be sure to visit Willie's Custom Golf in Stroudsburg. Willie's features 3 TrackMan simulators to sharpen your game. Enjoy the outdoor and indoor driving range and browse in our fully stocked pro shop. Private lessons available from our golf professionals. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Willie's Custom Golf has it all. For
Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson back at North Canton Hoover as we get set for second half action tonight. Federal League showdown between McKinley and Hoover. McKinley coming in at 5-1, Hoover 6-0, but right now McKinley up 14-7, Troy.
Yep, 14-7, got a little bit of momentum here. Hoover's going to get the ball to start the second half, but just we still got plenty of time here before the second half starts. As that was a good first half there by the Pups. Kind of a slow start, but once they got into rhythm and got their run game started, they moved the ball pretty well.
Big question right now with Hoover, We saw both their outstanding athletes and quarterbacks go out late in that first half. John Collins first, followed by Jack Andy. So we'll have to see who comes out under center here in the second half.
Cheer on North Canton's own Holly Pierpont, running for City Council at large. As a proud mom of twins, one on the football team and one in the marching band, she knows what it means to cheer at every part of our community. Holly has a history of community volunteerism and leadership in North Canton. Vote for Holly Pierpont for North Canton City Council at large, November 4th, and go Vikes. Paid for by Friends of Pierpont. Don't forget, folks, we'll have our iCryo Stone Cold player of the game at the end of the game. They'll receive a free month-long cryo pass to iCryo over in Belden Village. Red light therapy, infrared saunas. They've got shots. If you're looking to lose weight, they've got the GLP-1 shots as well. They work with you. They have a doctor they work with as well. IV injections, longevity injections. Wrestling season's coming up. You've got a player who's trying to cut some weight. You want him to do it healthy. You don't want him to be dehydrated. You want to stop in at iCryo.
There's John Collins, and looks like he's okay, Troy. Looks like he may come in and make it an attempt anyway to play here in the second half. But you were talking earlier in the half about computer position. McKinley came into this game number 6 in Division I, Region 1. In that region, you got St. Ed's 1, Mentor 2, Toledo Whitmer 3, Strongsville 4, Berea Mid-Park 5. Meanwhile, Hoover is tied for 4th spot in Division II, Region 7. Canal Winchester number 1, Ashland undefeated number 2, Big Walnut out of that Columbus area number 3, and a two-way tie for 4th, Worthington Kilbourne and North Canton Hoover.
Yeah, and this has been Hoover's biggest test of the year. I mean, Louisville was undefeated at the time. You know, who's Louisville played? I'm not quite sure how they're doing tonight. They're not the Louisville they were, 7 or 8 years ago. They're trying to get things rebuilt as well. So this is the best team that Hoover has played so far, and I think every week, the teams they're going to be playing are better than the teams they played the previous 6 weeks.
There, take a look at Brian Baum pacing the sidelines, trying to come up with a formula to get back in this game, tie it up. He led 7-0 on that touchdown bomb. And tonight's kickoff is always being brought to you by Van Nostrand, Young & Coots. Reminding you that home replacement values have skyrocketed. If you own a home, you know exactly what we're talking about. And if you checked your homeowner's insurance coverage lately, now's the time. Van Nostrand, Young & Coots can help. They're an independent and family-owned insurance agency right here in Stark County. Thomas Mankowski will kick it off, high end over and kick, and that is going to land about 2 yards into the end zone. That's the 3rd time tonight Mankowski has put a leg into that one.
Yeah, and that's a great job on the kickoff team. Great special teams play there. Hoover, you hate to say it's a big drive early in the game, but they got to try to rack up some first downs. They've only got 4 so far. Try to get a sustained drive, because right now the only way they're able to really move the ball is through big chunk plays. And you'd rather be able to, grind out a 10 or 12 play drive.
John Collins coming out. Look like he's limping a little bit, Troy.
Well, where's Jack Andes? That's someone else you want to look for, too.
Trying to find Andes out there.
I don't think he's out there.
I don't either. I'm looking at that left leg maybe for Collins. He came out limping a little bit, but not enough to keep him out of the game. They're going to run the football. A little bit of a hole, and then the Bulldogs close quickly. And that was Michael Lamline that carried the football.
Yeah, trying to run a little bit outside zone there into the left side. Nothing there. It looked like there was going to be something, but McKinley closed so quickly here. As you take a look at our Altman replay, tries to bounce it back, and they just do a great job of closing it. They do a great pursuit job as well, do the pups.
Yeah, Isaac Brooks, middle linebacker, 5'10", 200-pound senior. Watch him, number 5. He's in on a lot of tackles. He made that one. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Lamline again, looking for a little hole. He's got one. Spins, looks for some help, pushes forward for an extra yard. And that's going to be close to a first down. They're going to give it to him, Troy. Big first down early in the second half.
That is a big first down for North Canton Hoover. Gives them some confidence. Andes is in the game. You're able to run the football now a little bit, something they struggled with in the first half. Does a nice job scoring his shoulders, gets 2 hands on the football. Good surge up front by the offensive line for North Canton Hoover.
Yeah, and big Nolan Martin was out in front there, number 73. Going to hand off Lamline again. Keeps those feet moving. Not much there. Running behind Nolan Martin and Jasper Reitz.
Well, he gets a good initial surge, but a good job of pursuing and filling is that linebacking core of Canton McKinley. As you're going to see here, looks like there's a hole, but look where the running back ends up. They put him on his back, and that's what you want to do as a defensive coordinator. You preach, we want to punish their runners. We want them not to want to run the football. We don't want them falling forward. We want to put them on their back, and we want to punish them.
Gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7. Ball up at the 33. This initial drive for the Vikings started at the 20 after Mankowski for the Bulldogs put it in the end zone. Going to run it again. Michael Lamline, number 13, is the guy that's carrying it. Trying to get some space to run. Not much there against this McKinley defense that has given up just 30 points the last 3 games.
And you can see why. It does such a good job of stopping the run. And when you can stop the run at the high school level, that makes everything else defensively that much better. Because a lot of teams are forced to play a little bit left-handed when you take away their ability to run. Hoover here going to go 4 wide the first time we've seen him this half.
Possession play for the Vikings at 3rd and 5. They've got to get just over the 40. Collins throws, ball is tipped. Collins just lets it fall, and that'll force a punt by Hoover on their first possession of the second half. Not sure who got a piece of that, Troy.
Well, when Andes is out of the game, that makes everything that much easier for the defense. Your matchups get a little bit better. They get a little bit easier. You take the best player there as Mitchell comes up, gets a big pop there, knocks it down. But you take the best athlete off the field, and a defensive coordinator gets to take a deep sigh of relief and breath there, knowing that at some point here, I think Hoover's got to try a fake because they're not putting any pressure on him at all when he punts.
Carter Lucas is going to punt that one downfield. It's a pretty good bounce, but McKinley will take over 1st and 10 for the first time here in the second half with a 14-7 lead with 9:10 to go in the quarter.
I want to thank our good friends at Beaver Construction and Beaver Excavating. They sponsor our Female Athlete of the Week on our Facebook and Twitter pages, all of our social media. Don't forget, folks, like our Facebook and Twitter. Go to our YouTube page. We upload all of our games, but I'll tell you, they have done an amazing job. You look here at the baseball field at North Canton, done by Beaver Construction and Beaver Excavating. They work with schools, they work in community to make everything better.
1st and 10 for McKinley at the 17. Going to run west over the left side. Again, he breaks through. And extra yardage on second effort all the way up to the 25.
That is just a nice power run there by that young man. He's going to take the initial shot, but he just drags the would-be tacklers along. Look how he is pad level. He's going to see the contact coming. He doesn't stop his feet. He keeps driving his legs. That's so hard to teach. When you feel contact, you want to keep your feet flying. You want to keep them driving. You want to keep going forward.
Chase Lukens, Nate Sikora combined on the tackle on the west, but now before he gets a quick 8 yards. Hayden going to throw, sideline pass, caught and out of bounds. That was quick. And the guy they found was Darius Hill, who got the punt return for the touchdown in that second quarter.
Well, you see it here. They just give him the cushion. They come up, make the quick play, but now before he picks up another first down.
Pass completion up to the 31-yard line. Trent Hayden, the senior, is going all the way at quarterback for head coach Renzi Parnell. West again, and again he's got positive yardage. And for a sophomore 170, he doesn't come down after that initial hit. He's taking a couple of people extra yardage.
No, he never goes backwards. He's always falling forward. He's always keeping his shoulders low. Take a look at the Altman replay. I thought he could have bounced this one. He reads that block a little bit better there by big number 73 and bounces out the outside. He still might be running.
Aiden Kish on the tackle for the Vikings. But that's a quick 4-yard gain up to the 35, where it is 2nd and 6. West again. This time they're going to drop him short of the first down at the 38.
Still going to be pretty close there. He's going to be about a yard and a half, say 2 yards short. So third down play here, big third down play for the Pups. Try to keep the sticks moving.
They take a look at Chase Lukens. You got Chase Lukens, Carter Lukens, Aiden Kish. Those are the 3 linebackers. in this 4-3 Hoover defense.
Always seems to be a Lukens playing at North Canton.
Got a bunch of them. They're all good.
Yeah, all very good. Kurt, he played at Ohio State for the national champ, right when Ohio State won their national championship.
West is going to, they're going to throw it. Hayden throws it out to DJ Britt. He's got the first down and spins forward to the 48. Good fake there by Trent Hayden. Turned right, found DJ Britt, and Britt did the rest.
Well, they do a great job with the misdirection here on the pass. They get that whole boot action. They get everything flowing one way. They pick up a nice block there. A little bit of a swim move there by the receiver. Picks up another 7 yards. Another first down for McKinley. They get all the action flowing one way and they come back the other.
Seth Dorland makes the stop for Hoover. But not before another first down. They take it all the way to the Vikings 48, and West is going to take it a little bit farther. Down inside the 45 to the 43. Punishing runner.
Great job of falling ahead. I mean, I like this young man. He does a great job keeping his shoulders forward, low center of gravity, spinning forward, twisting like a whirling dervish. Picks up another 8 yards for McKinley.
Chase Lukens finally brought him down, but not before he gets to the 44. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Hayden going to throw it. Wide open on that left side. That's Elijah Finn. And look at that guy take people with him. Elijah Finn, 125 pounds at 5'6", says, I will not be denied.
He's not playing like he's 125 pounds. He's playing more like he's about 168. As just look here, again, wide open, nobody even in the picture for Hoover. So much of a cushion. But look at him just dragging him forward. I mean, that is impressive when you got a wide receiver less than 130 just dragging would-be tacklers like that.
That's Bantam football size.
Well, looks like he's got a flag on his hip there with his towel.
Hayden.
There it is again.
Right.
Nobody even covering him again.
Elijah Finn spins away. Finn's stumbling, bumbling down the field, down to the 14-yard line.
And for Hoover, they're just not covering. They're so worried about the deep ball right now that they're giving these wide receivers a 15, 20-yard cushion. As you look at it right there, there's nobody in the picture. Nobody. And then you dive, you're going to miss tackles diving. They don't wrap up there, and he manages to pick up another 12 yards.
Boy, and a couple Vikings diving at his feet, coming up with air.
That is going to be so frustrating for Doug Burwell, the defensive coordinator for North Canton.
Now they come
nice
back to West, and they're hanging on, and finally bringing down at the 8. West trying to break a tackle to get into the end zone, but the guy that stayed with it and made that tackle was Aaron Brubaker.
Well, Brubaker holds on for dear life. And also,
I'm sorry, that was Aiden Kish.
Kish. I'm going to tell you, that's got to be frustrating for Hoover defensive coordinator Doug Burwell, as they just do not seem to have any answers for this McKinley offense. Hoover's got to get some type of turnover here if they want to have any hope of staying in the game.
Using a lot of clock. 2nd and 4. West over that left side. Huge haul. West to the end zone. Running over Vikings for the 3rd touchdown of the night for Canton McKinley. And it's a 20-7 lead.
He puts on the daddy pants here as he plows this one into the end zone. Somebody from Hoover tries to come up, make the tackle. He's going to lower the shoulder here. Here it is on the Papa Bears big play replay. There's the hit. Nope, foot in the chest. Just powers his way into the end zone there is West. He is definitely a candidate on our Papa Bears big play replay for our iCryo Stone Cold player of the game.
Thomas Mankowski off the hold of Trent Hayden will try and make it 21-7. But before that, a flag goes down.
I think Hoover's going to jump. I look for McKinley to decline it.
It's a referee, and he's saying that's going to cost McKinley 5 yards.
That's going to cost Hoover half the distance.
You're right.
McKinley probably won't take it. They don't want to mess up their extra point.
Thomas Mankowski, a senior. Trent Hayden, 5'11", 180, another senior. And now they're taking their time to spot the football. They're going to move it down.
They may go for 2 here.
Mankowski taking a look over at Coach Renzi Parnell. What's he want to do? I think they're going to let Mankowski kick it.
Strange. Normally you wouldn't want to. Well, He knows his kicker. I mean, that's a very good kicker, too, by the way.
We got Hayden, the quarterback. It's holding. They could try some funny business here. There's the snap. And the kick is up. It's partially blocked, and it's good.
Yeah, that's going to happen when you move up that closer. It changes the angle just a little bit.
Somebody got a piece of that, but it still squirted through. 21-7 McKinley. We're back after this timeout on Big Time Sports.
The newly remodeled 30-acre Akron Auto Auction, located at 2471 Lay Drive in Akron. Our weekly auction starts at 9 a.m. every Tuesday. Our public auction offers repossessions and U.S. government vehicles. Akron Auto Auction makes buying and selling with confidence as effortless as possible. We're open to dealers and the public. Check current weekly inventory or learn more at akronautoauction.com or call 330-773-8245.
Introducing Pizza Oven, a legacy since 1956. For decades, we've delighted taste buds with our authentic flavors. Indulge in our scrumptious menu, carefully crafted to satisfy every craving. From crispy pizzas to fresh salads, tender chickens to savory pasta, we have it all. Visit pizzaoven56.com and experience the taste of tradition at your fingertips. Pizza Oven, serving Northeast Ohio at our 10 locations.
LodgeVision Technologies is a locally owned IT service management group in Winesburg, Ohio. If your small business has technology needs ranging from workstation setups to network management, filtering, and cybersecurity, LodgeVision Technologies has the team and experience to create a solution unique to your business. Our goal is to simplify your business by taking the complexity and difficulty out of technology. Contact LodgeVision Technologies and experience a true peace of mind with all of your technology needs.
Dumont Sporting Goods has been outfitting winning teams since 1977. Put Doug Clark and his experienced staff to work for your team. See them for school jackets, silk screening, and embroidery. Dumont's is especially proud to be your exclusive area Russell Athletic Team Specialist. All of the name brands you love close to home. That's Dumont's Sporting Goods on Tuscarawas Avenue in downtown Dover. Team specialist since 1977.
Vitamins and minerals, feeding champions since 1983.
Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson back at North Canton Hoover, looking right into the heart of that Hoover cheering section over there. Done a lot of work on the venue here. It looks beautiful here to come to a football game at North Canton, Troy.
Oh yeah, it's a great facility. You've got the overhang. You got the overhang on the home side. I know they're going to try to do some work on the visitor side here as part of the next phase with the Hoover construction, building the middle school, brand new middle school right across the street along with the two brand new elementaries. A lot of great things here going at Hoover. You can see why the enrollment's increasing here in North Canton.
Thomas Mankowski, this time they're going to bring it back. Coming up that left side. Pretty good of a crease in the open field. Going to take it to the 45, going to take it to midfield, and into McKinley territory on an outstanding return, and that's exactly what they needed.
Great return there by the Vikings.
That was number 80, Elijah Friesen.
Friesen coming up, that electrified Hoover. They needed a quick strike like that, get them back in the game, get them some confidence, give the offense something to get excited about, and it happens with the special teams play.
Friesen's going to take that one right to midfield. It'll be 1st and 10 for Hoover. Down 2 scores now at 21-7 to McKinley.
But I don't see Andy's out there, and he is your Mr. Go Everything for North Canton.
He really hit hard on that helmet, and he was sandwiched between a couple Bulldogs, and he really got hammered. Collins, the quarterback, eyeballing that McKinley defense. He's going to throw it. Throws left and over the intended receiver. That's number 23, Bryson Bayer.
Yeah, the time's not there. I look for McKinley. They're going to try to bring some pressure here as much as they can on the Altman replay. And, you know, Collins is a little bit harder to stand in the pocket now. And he doesn't have Andes to throw to. He's got to try to check down here, try to go to one of his second and third options offensively.
I'd say he was open. He had the defender on his back. Just overthrew him there, about 15 yards downfield. The 2nd and 10, again, right at midfield. Collins looking in trouble, throws off his back foot and overthrows everybody. Down at the 37-yard line. Again, he was trying to find Bayer down there.
And right now, McKinley just teeing off. They're just pinning their ears back and going right at Collins. And he just got to get rid of it. The pass routes are a little too deep. They got to hit something quicker. It's got to be a one-step, get rid of the football. Try to get him to get rid of the football. You want to keep him healthy. You got to keep him upright. So you got to kind of change up what you want to do to put him in those positions to be successful.
They're picking on Lanaz Brown, the McKinley corner, who's 5'6", 125. But he's hung in there pretty well tonight. 3rd and 10. Deep
Screen.
drop by Canton. They're going to run
Good
that
call.
screen. They got it set up pretty well down the sidelines and all the way down to the 36 or 37-yard line is Michael Limline.
That is a great play call. The rush is coming. You want to take out some of the pressure off. That's one way to do it with the screen game. A little dump right over the middle. He's got some blockers. Able to pick up a first down for the Vikings.
Finally run out of bounds by Shad Davis, number 6. First down for the Vikings at the McKinley 37. Collins looking left, throwing left, and nearly picked off. Good defense there by Christopher Crook. Number 9 stepped in front of that one and almost picked it off.
Yeah, he almost just ripped that away from the would-be Viking receiver. This is great coverage. Look at the camera work here. Great work again by our guys at Image Video. He just almost rips that away from the would-be Viking receiver
Yeah, they
on our
tried to
alternate
find
replay.
Drake Cooper, number 22, but clock stopped, 3:25 to go in the third. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Ball still at the McKinley 37. Lamline going to run it. Has some running room down that right sideline, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 15.
And that's a big chunk play. Hoover needs that. They need big chunk plays. They haven't shown the ability to sustain drive. They have to get the big chunk plays, and they do here at the run. Look at Landline, showing the acceleration right down the sidelines. Takes it all the way down to about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, he was being chased there.
McKinley looking a little confused.
And they're going to have a timeout. Clock stopped with 3:17 to go in the third quarter. McKinley leads at 21-7.
Yeah, McKinley being forced to call a timeout there. This gives Hoover a chance to get their perfect play called. But if you're McKinley, I don't think they had the right personnel on the field that they wanted there. We've seen that happen a couple of times tonight to McKinley. But I really like what their coaching staff has done this year with McKinley to improve things.
Taking a look at that McKinley defensive unit. Solid group, hard hitting, fast. And as we mentioned a couple times tonight, in the last 3 games, all Federal League opponents, they've given up a combined 30 points.
Yeah, and they're a good team, and I think a very solid defensive team and a very solid offensive team because they can run the football. And they're not fancy with it. They can throw the ball as well. They don't try to do anything too much with it. They know their quarterback strengths, and they play to it.
And from ground level, you're watching that defense come back out on the field for the Bulldogs. Hoover led this one early, 7-0 on a bomb from John Collins to number 3, Jack Andes.
I like what Hoover's done here to the wide side, stacking the receivers.
Collins going to hand it off the Lamline again over that right side and
still on his feet,
trying to get a push on that offensive line. They still got him, and they're going to push ahead for a good 4 yards.
I'll tell you, he earned Landline and his offensive line earned every bit of that yardage right there, as this is just power. He's going to get right at the 12, but look at the 12. He said, nope, I'm not going to be denied. He goes from the 12 all the way down to the 7-yard line. He picks up another 5. Ritz comes in there, but I am impressed by Landline. Where was this in the first half for the Vikings?
Big number 56 pushing ahead. Landline going to go in motion
Might
now.
throw a swing to him.
Collins looking. Now he's going to try and run with it. He's in trouble. Stays on his feet, but down he goes, short of the 5-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to pick up about a yard there now. 3 weeks ago, he's running that, probably taking it to the house. But you can see he's limping there.
On that right leg. It looks like it's taped up on that ankle, Troy. You can see that right shoe is taped up with the white tape, and he is noticeably limping. But he's going to have to make a go of it.
I'll tell you what, it's going to take a lot for him to come out of this game. You're knocking on the door against McKinley here. You score it, and we got a whole new ball game.
Collins, Landline, finds the crease down to the goal line. Is he in? He's short of the goal line at the 1.
They're going to say he's short, but you're in 4-down territory. But I think that's going to be enough for a first down.
First and goal for Hoover.
I think you might see Hoover go to their diesel package, their 3 stack back. I'd keep Landline in because right now he is leading you to the promised land as he's tackled down at the 1.
Yeah, Landline only a junior. And he is the guy right now in that backfield with Andes on the sidelines with an injury.
Oh, now they're going to their stack I.
Going to push ahead, and are they in? No signal yet.
That's going to be close. Yep, he's going to say he's short.
Boy, right down the nose of the football, right close to the goal line. See where they unstack, where he's at. Watch it from ground level.
Oh,
Great shot here.
How about this look here from our guys at Image Video?
Boy, that's awful close.
Yeah, he's going to be short, but it's by inches. Literally inches. Yeah, that nose of the football is almost on the goal line.
I don't think you got a piece of paper between the football and the goal line.
Push again. Yep.
Collins.
Hand it off. Got it.
Handoff straight ahead.
Got that one.
They've got a touchdown from a half a yard out.
Nice take there by number 10 for the Vice.
That's number 40, I think.
40 coming up with that.
First time he's carried the football.
Carson Dungan. Look at it here. Nothing fancy. First man through. We're giving you the ball, and we're just shoving you in there. And a great finish there by the Vikings.
Carson Dungan, a Letterman, and you can see how happy he is, Troy. That may be his first touchdown in a Viking uniform.
And I'll tell you, when you're doing against McKinley in the Federal League, that's a pretty good time to do it on the Altman replay.
David Wadley will come in and try and make it 21-14. Good snap. Kick is up.
I think we got whistles before that.
And let's see what the call is. It's going to be
encroachment
outside.
on the defense.
Yeah. Encroachment on McKinley. Now will Brian Baum be tempted to go for 2? I don't think so.
I'm a crazy one, though. But that's why Brian Baum gets paid the big money, which for a high school coach is $10 and a ham sandwich. And most of the time, you're not even getting the ham sandwich.
Well, about 5 or 6 minutes ago, he told me Hoover was here to win it.
Yeah, I know he is.
2.
He is here. He is here to win it.
Oh, without a doubt, he's here to win it.
But I'll tell you, that's the thing. We could go on and on about coaches and the lack of pay that they get.
Wadley, kick is up. Line drive, boot is perfect. And we've got a game again. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Hoover has scored again. It's 21-14 McKinley with a long way to go in this one.
And you know, you talk about the low pay the coaches get and they don't get the credit and stuff. You want to get them a gift, get them a free month, get them a month-long package to iCryo at Belden Village because they could use it to cool off of some of these heated games. Step into that cryo chamber, negative 200 degrees for 3.5 minutes, takes care of some muscle soreness, relaxation. If you got migraine headaches, they've got local cryotherapy for that. Infrared sauna, red light therapy, that's iCryo in Belden Village, or iCryo Stone Cold Player of the Game will receive a free month-long pass. Folks, the fastest game on 2 feet is coming up. That is pickleball. You want to go to Hot Shots Pickleball, located here in North Canton, just less than a minute away from Image Video. Maybe pick up Dean Marini on your way there and play some pickleball over at Hot Shots Pickleball here in North Canton. They've got their youth academy from ages, I think, 5 to 18 at Hot Shots Pickleball right here in North Canton, right off I-77.
Nobody loves pickleball more than Dean.
And he's right there. That's the great thing about being in Image Video. You're only less than about 200 yards away.
Joey Reedinger will kick it off for Hoover.
That's returnable.
And right down at the 7-yard line, coming up the left side, trying to get to the corner. He'll get to the corner, will be pushed out of bounds over the 25 to the 26, where McKinley will take over with a 21-14 lead with 51 seconds to go in the third.
Now, Hoover's defense has to step up. The offense came down. They had some chunk plays. Can you stop this McKinley team that just seems to be putting together? I'm looking here. They had a 12-play drive, 9-play drive, and a 10-play drive. Can you stop that offense? Can you put them in a negative play on first down when they want to run the football?
Well, new running back in there right now, Zion Culver, number 24, is in at running back, replacing Kylan West, who has been running hard tonight. He's going to fake that handoff. He's hit hard, throwing downfield into traffic.
Picked off.
And a flag goes down.
Oh, they're going to call the pass interference on Hoover.
And the guy that came up with it was Nate Sikora. I'll tell you, it goes up there. That's anybody's football.
Yeah, but I think they're going to see what they call here. They might wave it off. Nope, they're going to call that. Wow. That is worth a bad break for Hoover.
Brian Baum is about 10 yards out on the field.
He is not happy at all.
He wants an explanation of why that isn't Hoover's football. They're going to take a look at it.
They're going to have to hold him back. And he's got every right to be. He has every right to want an explanation on this.
I'll tell you what, you could fry an egg on his forehead right now. He's that hot.
Let's take a look at this here. Here's the replay. Goes up for it. Both of them. That's a tough break for Hoover. And that's going to keep the drive alive for McKinley as Hoover once again bails them out.
Well, Carson Morris was playing the football, had his eyes on the football the entire time. Looked like the receiver maybe initiated the contact, but we're a long way up here in the press box.
We don't get to see it the way the officials do on the field.
But that's a big one, and it's going to give the football back to McKinley, and they're going to run the ball on the left side up to the 45.
Let's take a look at another angle here. Oh, yeah, he's pushing him down before. From that angle.
Good call.
Yeah, he's kind of tripped him up there. I could see where if you were at, ground level ahead of it, you're not seeing that. But from that angle, that looks like a good call.
The guy they were trying to hit was DJ Britt, who has been the primary receiver tonight for McKinley. Going to run the football over that right side. Zion Culver, I think, is the guy that's got the football in his hands.
Well, that's going to take it to the end of the third.
You are right, Troy Richardson. We have played 3 full quarters here at Hoover. It's McKinley 21, Hoover 14. We're back with the fourth quarter right after this on Big Time Sports.
Treat your family to the best in dining pleasure at Chibo's Restaurant in Waynesburg. The very best in homemade pasta, rigatoni, and spaghetti will delight your appetite. And the homemade rolls and bread are menu favorites. Visit Chibo's once and you'll become a regular. Other popular items like chicken, ham, and veal parmesan highlight our menu. Take the short drive to great food at Chibo's in Waynesburg.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Unleash the champion in you at T County Boxing Academy. From beginners to seasoned pros, our classes are tailored for every age and skill level. Get ready to jab, hook, and cross your way to greatness with our expert trainers. Join a community where everyone is welcome to embrace the power within. It's not just a workout, it's a journey to a stronger, more confident you. T County Boxing Academy, where champions are made. Sign up now and step into the ring of endless possibilities.
The all-new 2026 Chevy Equinox is here at Bear Chevrolet Toyota. Sleek, smart, and ready for summer fun. With advanced tech, bold styling, and room for the whole crew, it's the perfect ride for every adventure. Stop in today, take a spin, and see why everyone's talking about the new Equinox. Bear Chevrolet Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
Every day begins with purpose.
Every job begins with precision. At Right Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Right Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
We've got 1 quarter of football left tonight here at North Canton Hoover. You're watching the Big Time Sports Game of the Week. Joe Danilo and Troy Richardson, and it is McKinley 21 and Hoover 14. Hoover just scoring to close the gap a little bit. They went into this half down 21-7. They've scored, and we got a heck of a fourth quarter in store for us.
Yeah, there you see the big boy run on the Kimball quarterly recap. There is that seeing eye extra
a big
point.
One right
that
there.
That was big. That just barely made it over, and then Hoover just answers back with a dive into the end zone. And that's a touchdown for Hoover. And that's going to put us where we're all tied up, where we're all McKinley 21, Hoover 14, but a big third down play here for the Pups. And they have seemed to answer the bell every time.
3rd and 3 at the Bulldog 48. They've got to get to the Vikings 49. From ground level, let's watch it. Hayden going to throw a little swing pass out.
Wide open
That's
again.
going to be open and still on his feet. Looks like that is number 24, Zion Culver. It's either Culver or West, and it's West, number 14. Culver, number 24, was in. Now he's back out.
They can run this whenever they want. There's nobody there again. There's one block, missed tackle, missed tackle, missed tackle, missed tackle, another missed tackle, and he just keeps dragging would-be tacklers along.
What a heck of a run there by Taylon West, the sophomore, all the way down to the Vikings 38. Hayden again, going to run it.
Got him early.
Not much there. The middle of that Viking defense was there to drop him, maybe a yard.
Lost a yard. They're going to move it back. And that's what Hoover has to win first down. First downs to put McKinley behind the chains. But at some point, these DBs have to start tightening up for North Canton to take away the flats as you take a look there on our Altman replay.
Looked like that was Big Jack Zarko that got him, number 54. Big man on that defensive front for the Vikings. There was a yard loss. 2nd and 11. Ball now back at the 39. Hayden going to give it to Culver. Culver over the right side. They're now keeping those running backs fresh, Troy. They're going with Zion Culver, a 5'8", 170 junior, and Kylan West, 5'9", 170, a sophomore. Culver, number 24, West 14.
Well, now it's third down, it's still 3rd and 11. It's 3rd and long. Is Hoover going to start tightening up the corners? They'll run the back out of the backfield into the flats. What are they going to do here to try to take away the quick pass game?
They're in 4-down territory, but this is the big play on 3rd and 11 at the Vikings 39.
Oh, that's a false start.
Throw.
That's a huge false start.
And it is caught by Darius Hill. It looked like they took off before the snap.
Yeah, that was Canadian football right there. I think they called it.
It was Canadian football.
And I'll tell you what, they must play some pretty good Canadian football, because that team last week rolled Massillon up like a blind.
They did.
That was hard to believe. Is that the first time a Canadian team has beaten an Ohio team?
I can't remember the last time a Canadian team came to Stark County and left for the win.
Yeah, he was just running forward on that. I mean, that was just, that's an easy call for an official there. You got to let, if the quarterback let him get set maybe for a second. But McKinley's going to be able to take some more time off the clock.
That makes it now 3rd and 16, and the ball pushed back to the 44.
Well, they're coming up on 10 seconds on the play clock.
No, you're right.
They're down to 5, down to 3.
They get it off. Hayden, deep drop in trouble, throws.
Make the open tackle.
It is caught, spins away from one tackler, but they come back and get him. Chase Lukens missed him the first time, Troy, but came back and got him.
No, Chase Lucan said, you know what, give me another shot. I'm not going to miss him twice.
The guy that caught it was little Elijah Finn. You love him at 5'6", 125.
He doesn't play like he's 125. You don't tell Elijah Finn he's 125. If you're the wrestling coach at McKinley, you want this kid out. There's the miss, but he says, I'm going to get a little help from my friends. Lukens comes up, but then he comes up, makes a tackle again.
Lucan says, I best press more than Finn.
Now you gotta catch this punt.
I thought they might go for it, Troy, but they're nursing a one touchdown lead.
You want to make Hoover drive at the length of the field, because unless they get chunked, you got to catch it. Hoover doesn't catch it.
And that's going to bounce again right at the 5-yard line. In fact, it bounces inside the 5.
You at least fair catch it, get the ball out at the 17, but now it's so hard because Hoover has to get chunk plays. But they did show the ability to run the football their last series.
Yeah, that was Thomas Mankowski again. He's done a little bit of everything tonight. Punting the football, kicking extra points, kicking into the end zone on kickoffs. And now the pressure, I'm not sure if it's pressure. We still got 8:39, but this Viking offense knows what they got to do. They need a touchdown. They're down 21-14 in the fourth quarter.
Well, John Collins is hobbling out there. He kind of reminds me of Kurt Russell in the best of times when he goes back to play that game, just leading his team down the field, the Rockets. And that's kind of what Collins has got to do here.
There you got a quick look at Brian Baum in the back of the bench area. As Collins has a drop into the end zone. Sideline pass has him wide open. Did he catch it in bounds?
Great job of catching it.
He was looking at the football. He was looking upfield. He was looking to stay in bounds. He did it all, and he caught the football.
Once again, nice catch there by number 13. That's the running back there. I'm having a hard time of pronouncing that, number 13. Lamline. Sorry about that. Didn't want to butcher that for Mrs. Lamline out there. But a great catch by her son and a big first down for the Vikings.
Work another look, and then a flag goes down before they can execute the next play. The referee will tell us all about it.
I'll tell you, McKinley's coach is out on the field. He's at the numbers. He's not happy with his secondary. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty against Hoover.
Going to push the Vikings back 5 with 8:30 left in the game. Let me take a look at the sidelines. Renzi Parnell played at Akron Garfield. Assistant coach at Hoban last year. And now the Vikings will break the huddle. They're going to send 3 wide receivers down to the right and 2 up on top as Collins is all alone in the backfield on 1st and 15 at the 21. Going to throw it. Looking right. This is up for grabs. And out of bounds right into the McKinley sidelines. And they were trying to find Bryson Baer.
This is another penalty against Hoover.
No, that's roughing the quarterback on McKinley.
Wow. That's 15.
A late hit on John Collins, who can ill afford to get hit anymore tonight. He's already limping on that right leg. And now you hear the boos from all the McKinley fans down below us. Let's watch it. There's the late hit.
Yeah, it's an easy call for the official.
So that pushes the football up to the 36. New fresh set of downs.
Lamline
again, and the junior is going to run it for 4 over the left side.
Nice job. He's going to pick up about another 3 yards there. Chad Davis there. I think that wasn't Lamline. That was, yeah, it was Lamline.
Yep, number 13.
Right.
Shoestring tackler to bring him down. There's a good look at John Collins, who was out momentarily late in the first half with an injury, but he is back with that right ankle taped up. 2nd and 7. Looking right.
There
throws.
It is.
It is caught and goes ahead
close
for another couple yards. And the guy that caught that was Michael Stater. Good catch with his hands. And then goes forward for a couple more. DeJuan Robinson on the tackle for McKinley. First and 10 at the 46. McKinley fans yelling, defense, defense. Throws. It is caught again on a short completion to the 47.
Hoover is just moving the football.
Preston Koblenz is the receiver this time. Watch Koblenz, number 27.
He climbs a ladder, catches that one, knows he's going to get hit, but holds on it.
You're in the fourth quarter, Troy. You got a little less than 7 minutes to go. Are you in 4-down territory here?
Yes.
You may not get it back with McKinley, whether they can run the football. Lamline looking for some room, not much there.
Tell you, if he can get by the initial line,
yeah,
he's got a chance, but he's just got to get past that initial run. I think you're in 4-down territory, Joe.
There you see Antonio Stevens, number 30. He's the guy that made the tackle.
Take a look at the Altman replay. He's got to hit that hole a little bit harder, but I think you're definitely in 3-down territory.
Yeah, Stevens, 230-pound junior linebacker. That's big-time size for a high school linebacker. 3rd and 3 at the 47. Collins looking downfield, throws, and drops.
Oh, he dropped it. Oh, they're going to say he caught it?
They say initially
he caught it. They're going to give him the catch.
It bounced off his shoulders, Troy. Then he caught it before it hit the ground.
Let's take a look at this, Joe.
That was Drake Cooper.
Drake Cooper
gets
tipped.
The ball is tipped.
Bounces off.
Oh.
Hoover might have caught a break on that.
Look at Coach Brian Baum. He says that's a catch.
He's helping. He wasn't happy about the pass interference, but he ruled it a catch. I mean, there's no.
The official on the sidelines had a great look at it.
Yeah. You see another angle here.
It bounces off of him.
Oh, he might have caught that.
Boy, that was close.
Collins goes down. You can't, you got to get, Collins has got to get rid of the football.
Well, the guys in the truck who took a third look at it says that maybe wasn't a catch.
It might not. It's hard to tell, but it's a high school referees. There you see it.
Collins goes down. That was a messed up play. I think they were trying to give it to the Lamline. And now the ball is pushed back to the 47, and we are less than 5 minutes to go in the game. 2nd and 13. Hoover trying to get into the end zone to potentially tie up this game. Collins looking deep, throwing deep, and overthrows his man into the McKinley sidelines. Bryce Ryer was the guy.
Hoover's got to try to get the crossing out. The only problem is those plays take a while to develop.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to give them time to throw.
They were doing some good things with the short passing game. Kind of going away from that a little bit.
Well, you only have Andes in there as one of those drag guys.
Yeah, Andes left this game late in the first half as he was hit hard by a couple Bulldogs, and down he went. 3rd and 13 at the 47. Here they come.
That's a good play call.
Screen, and McKinley does a great
sniffed
job
that out
of defending that one at the 46-yard line. Will bring up 4th and about 4.
Yeah, that was a great play call there by the defense. Just staying at home. Oh, you're not. They're going to punt it. I think this is a fake. There has been no rush at all tonight from McKinley.
Well, the way McKinley can run the football is we take one more look at this one.
There is no way. Hoover, this is a fake all the way.
They may not get it back.
Now, they might try to get McKinley to jump here.
There's the snap. And they're going to kick it. High, end over, and kick. Fair catch called for at the 12-yard line. Going to take a break. And even 4 minutes left to go. 21-14 McKinley. We're back after this timeout.
Beaver Constructors is a full-service general contractor delivering top-notch commercial construction management, general contracting, and design-build services across Ohio. We prioritize doing things the right way, ensuring the highest quality in every project from critical infrastructure to facility improvements. Beaver Excavating excels in heavy civil contracting for commercial, industrial, and transportation sectors. We believe in making a positive impact through community involvement and client satisfaction.
It's always that personal touch that they know you. Prime Time has people that can help you through every step of the way. And when you're my age, you need that extra help.
You don't want a lot of questioning when you're already dealing with a medical issue. Prime Time is trying to help us get down the road as long as we can.
And if you're not in the right situation, a senior can lose everything. I feel with Prime Time, we picked the best program.
Certified by the American Lighting Association, Furbay's Light Shop is your go-to for all lighting needs, residential, commercial, or industrial. Our experts assist with every detail, from bulb size and fixture type to designing layouts. Visit us for hands-on displays showcasing various fixtures, or log in to furbay.com/lightshop. Let us help you visualize the perfect light for your space. Whether you need advice or want to explore lighting options, stop by or log in to Furbay's Light Shop today and see how we can brighten your project.
Welcome to PAC Oil Drilling, your local energy partner. Embrace the benefits of domestic oil production with us. We pride ourselves on safe and environmentally responsible practices, ensuring minimal impact on Ohio's beautiful landscape. Our dedicated team is committed to meeting energy demands while preserving nature's beauty. PAC Drilling is a big supporter of high school athletics and academics. We wish our athletes the very best on the field and in the classroom.
At Mears Nissan, we make car buying easy. We want our customers to have a pleasant buying experience from start to finish. We offer a comfortable and welcoming space where you can feel confident making your purchase. Family owned and operated for over 35 years, we're proud to offer family-friendly financing options designed to fit your budget. Don't just take our word for it. Take a look at some of our happy customers. So if you're planning on buying a new or used car or truck, look no further than Mears Nissan in Canton, and let our family take care of yours.
Yeah, the McKinley Bulldogs 4 minutes away from staying perfect in the Federal League at 4-0. For Hoover, they're trying to get this football back and get one more shot at the end zone. McKinley going to run the football, and boy, that McKinley running game, which was so big, now is stopped on that first down drive.
And I think Hoover still got their timeouts left. Hoover kind of pinning their ears back as their run defenses look solid. Very stout the last two series. They're another loss of a yard.
Well, that was David Tully was there. Joe Giandowski was there.
And McKinley, they're not snapping this till there's 5 seconds left on the play
It's going to
clock.
be 2nd and 12 as the clock continues to run. We're down to 3:23 left to go in the game.
5 seconds on the play clock.
They're
going to have to really rush to snap it here.
They're going to run it. And out of bounds.
Oh, he went out of bounds.
To stop the clock. Over the 15 to the 16, maybe the 17.
That is the thing you did not want to do. You wanted to stay in bounds and make Hoover play you in the clock. Take a look here at the Altman replay. A little swing pass again.
That's a little Elijah Finn.
Yep. Don't forget, we'll have our iCrowd Stone Cold Player of the Game. Hot Shots Pickleball right down the road here in North Canton. If you've got a young child looking for a new sport, pickleball at Hot Shots Pickleball. Bar, restaurant, and more at Hot Shots Pickleball.
I got to get over there and challenge you to a game, Troy.
Let's go, Joe. Get in the kitchen.
It's going to be on you, buddy. 3rd and 7.
Ooh.
Going to throw. Got a man out there. And the Vikings, he fumbled the football.
That's going to be Hoover football.
Hoover's got it.
Hoover comes up with a big...
After the fumble by DJ Britt. What a turn of events here at Hoover. Watch it again on the Mount Hope fence defense.
And they lay the wood here to the quarterback. They get a nice shot. And the Hoover defense comes up big right there as he just kind of rips it out, loses it over there. Lukens coming up. Chase Lukens come up making a big play. Carter Lukens coming up with a fumble recovery. Hey, Coach Baum making the right idea, gone for the punt. Vikings got good field position. They got all 3 timeouts and 2:59 to try to get to pay dirt.
Ball at the McKinley 24. As John Collins leads them out of the huddle. McKinley defense will have to step up here. Collins looking, throws over the middle, and
oh, they're going to throw the flag, yep.
And the McKinley fans don't like that.
I think I have to see the replay here. but I think that they're going to get him for the takedown on it.
There's the call, and it's against McKinley. This will push the football closer to the goal line. One more look at the Altman replay. Oof, that's a close. I thought that was pretty good defense.
That is tough. I tell you, we've seen a lot of tough calls tonight. Stevens, if he wouldn't have had that hand on the offensive player to rip him down, I don't think they call that.
Ball down at the 12-yard line. Going to run the football. Looked like that Lamb line going to take it for one, and that's it. Coming in to make the tackle for McKinley. Looked like that was Dwan Robinson. Not much of a gain. There to take a look at John Collins. He's got Michael Lamline standing to his right. Looking for the call from Brian Baum. As we get down to 2:18 left to go in the game. From ground level, let's watch it.
Trying for the
Collins
swing drag.
over the middle, throws, and nearly picked off and nearly
almost
caught.
Intercepted.
Jameer McClellan, number 10, had that one skip right through his hands.
And he had it. Initial receiver had it as well. Here's the replay on it. There you see great ground level. Guy got the tip on it. That's third down now. Hoover can still pick up a first down if they get inside, I think, the 2-yard line.
Trying to find Drake Cooper, who was crossing at the goal line.
This is where having Andes would be so huge for the Vikings.
That's for sure. Play clock down to 4. Going to throw. Sidelines. Diving attempt at the goal line. Incomplete.
I'll tell you, this McKinley defense has answered the bell.
And it looks like Drake Cooper may have a cramp. He's pointing to the sidelines. Let's watch it again.
They are really jamming him the whole. They ride him. They do a nice job riding him the whole way down the field. And they get away there with a little bit of a bump on the Altman replay. Don't forget, we'll have our iCryo Stone Cold Player of the Game.
And this game may have come down to this final play. On 4th and 10, they get a first down at the 2, or first and goal at the 2, as you take a look at that McKinley defense.
Take a look at our Mears Nissan fan cam. I want to thank our good friends at Mears Nissan. Great look there at the student section of Hoover. Great turnout tonight for the Vikings on the home game here.
How about the weather we've had during football season? It's unbelievable.
How amazing is it here on our Mears Nissan?
We're going to pay for it at some time, but we'll take it right now.
We are. If we need to have 15 snow days this winter, if that needs to be done to keep the children safe on the snow days, I get that.
You'll take it, right?
We need to think of the children and the safety. Always. Next week, a lot of the school children will be getting a 4-day weekend. Teachers, though, they'll be coming in on Friday for professional development. Don't use the term hero. So many students are probably going to be home this weekend. A lot of the girls probably listening to the new Taylor Swift album.
I don't know about you, Troy. When I was in school, I have a hard time remembering all these 4-day weekends that seemingly come up 2 or 3 times a month.
Well, they come up a lot for the kids. For the kids, it is. There's a lot of professional development, a lot. So a big 4. This is the game right here, Joe.
It is.
Hoover still does have 3 timeouts.
There you see John Collins, who's going to have to come up with one big play, at least one more. Playing hurt, playing like a senior captain, John Collins. And now McKinley says, we want to talk it over one more time. We saw maybe what Hoover wants to do, and now we're going to try and come up with the defense to counteract that.
Yeah.
Boy, both these teams came in and have played the type of football we expected, as now you look into that Hoover offense.
And, a lot of people were questioning Hoover, saying they didn't play a schedule. They have hung right here with McKinley, and they put themselves in a position to win. And here's the thing. Coach Baum has done a nice job with his timeouts. So even if you don't score here, you can still call your timeouts and get the football back one more shot if your defense can get stops.
Well, you're talking about Hoover. They got wins over Buchtel, Medina, Akron North, Greene, Louisville, and Glen Oak. After tonight, they've got three tough games. They're going to have to host a real improved Perry team. Then they got to go to Lake, then home to Jackson.
Home against Jackson. Anything can happen in that rival game.
Yeah.
With those two schools. But once again, Hoover still, they win that. Even if they lose this game, can still be in a good position for the playoffs. Still got to play Division I Jackson. Lake, who's undefeated, depending on how they do tonight, and Perry, who's got some wins.
As far as McKinley is concerned, they are home to Lake the next Friday night. Then they go to Jackson in week 9. Then that Saturday regular season finale against the Massillon Tigers.
Here it is. This could be the ball game right here.
4th and 10. Collins all by himself in the backfield. Here comes the heat. Collins throws into the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. What a throw. What a catch. Bryson Bayer. And we're 1 point away from a potential overtime here at Hoover.
Let's take a look at this again, Joe. On the big replay here. This is definitely a Papa Bears big play replay. This to give him the touchdown. Boom, right there for it. Great catch, great pass on the Papa Bears big play replay. Are you Hoover? Do you go for 2? They're going to go for the PAT.
They're going to send David Wadley in to try and tie it.
I think if Andes was healthy, they'd go for it.
Low snap. Kick is up, and he missed it.
He missed it.
Oh, my. That was a low snap, Troy. They tried to get the football in the right position. I don't think they ever did. And
wow.
Wadley pulled that one to the left. And it's 21-20 McKinley with 1:57 left.
Had a chance. And I think if Andes isn't hurt, they definitely go for 2 here. But a low snap, never able to recover, and just pushes it to the left.
Oh, that is a tough one for a Hoover team that battled back in the 4th quarter. Still not over. You can expect an onside kick here. But I thought for sure we may have been headed for overtime, Troy.
I would have thought so. And you never know how you got to onside kick it.
Yeah. Boy, you could hear the McKinley fans below us when that went wide left. They erupted in applause and cheers, and they haven't escaped North Canton yet, but they're close to getting in the car and heading back to downtown Canton with a win. Brian Baum, what's going through his mind right now? You talk about the peaks and valleys of being a coach. We saw it right there.
Yeah, you went from the high on the mountaintop to about as low as you can get. Now you got to hope you can recover the onside kick. You still got your timeouts.
They got another different kicker in there, Troy. That is not normal. Their kicker, I'm going to see who that is. That's number 64. That is Trent Saunders. He may be the expert on the onside kick. They're not going to go with Wadley or Ridinger.
See what they do here.
A lot of times, they bring somebody in like that. They have
Is he going to drop kick it?
No, he's going to set it down, but look for him maybe to be the guy that wants to recover it.
He's got to go 10 yards.
He's got to go 10. Nobody from Hoover can touch it. There's the kick.
That's too hard. That's way too hard. Yeah, not even close.
That was too easy. That was a one-hop shot to the shortstop. Easy pickup. They tried to jar it loose, but they couldn't do it. Well, Hoover's got 3 timeouts left, Troy. They'll use all 3, of course. There's the replay on the onside kick. Good hands there by McKinley on the Altman replay.
Hoover still with 3 timeouts.
We'll have to watch that. Not sure if that's correct or not.
If they get a first down, it's over.
Handoff right side. A quick 3 or 4 yards to the 49.
Hoover calls a timeout.
Ryan Baum, you can see him there in the white shirt. Quickly on field to call the timeout. And there's a quick look at a young man that has run the football hard tonight. There he is, number 14, Kylan West. 170 and a sophomore. He may be a candidate for a player of the game. We'll have to wait and see.
Ty Kraus, stone cold player of the game. For Hoover, you're going to ask, what if? And you know what? You got to hope Andes comes back next week, because it's not getting any easier.
No, they'll host Perry, who is. We saw Perry last week against a good Jackson team win that one 21-19. There's the sidelines. There's a look at the head coach, Renzi Parnell of Canton McKinley. Came down from Akron Hoban to take over this McKinley Bulldog program. And he's got it at 5-1. And it's a minute 52 from going 6-1 and 4-0 in the Federal League. That guy right there, Brian Baum, the head coach, says, I want one more shot. I want one more big play for my defense. I'd like to get one more try at it. Trent Hayden, number 7, right there in the middle of the screen at quarterback. He has been a cool customer tonight, Troy. He knows how to manage a game. Going to run it again.
Oh, big play there.
Who
is dancing in the backfield there?
Big number 51.
That is David Tully coming up, blowing the play up in the backfield. Going to bring up 3rd and 11. And now, hey, if I'm McKinley, you're rolling the dice here. Sometimes it comes up a 7, sometimes it comes up a 11. You may try that quick swing pass out there, but that is a big Mount Hope defensive play. Still, Hoover gets another stop here, minute 49 on the clock. They're going to get it back with about a minute 45, minute 43.
And as you mentioned, you get it back, you're minus your big guy, your big playmaker, your home run hitter, not in the lineup, Jack Andes. There's the Hoover defensive unit. Brian Baum with the headset, now he puts it back on.
Hoover just keeps hanging. They got Gators blood, man. They keep hanging around, to quote Teddy KGB. 3rd down here. McKinley, you know, you take a shot to win it right here. I mean, to steal it with like a little swing pass, because Hoover's.
I think I run wide and at least stay in bounds, see if I can turn a corner.
Hoover's corners are playing a little bit tighter here.
They are.
See if they motion the back out of the backfield.
3rd and 11.
They're going to throw it. I like that.
And it is
picked off
by Hoover. Unbelievable. Why would they throw the football?
Not in the middle of the field. Chase Luke comes up with a huge INT.
I can't believe they threw it. Run the football, punt it away, and let your defense win it.
This is a Papa Bears big play replay. Lucan says thank you very much. He wanted to get to the wide side of the field to see if he could take it to the house. If you're Hoover, you got to try to get down to about the 15 to give your kicker a chance.
And you know the kicker wants one more shot at it. That was Chase Lukens, number 9. Put up that big left hand, pulled it in, and says, thank you, Lord.
Well, sometimes you got to roll the dice. We say it comes up a 11. That time it came up a 7.
1st and 10 for Hoover at the McKinley 44. Here we go. Collins, deep drop, throws, sideline.
He's open.
Caught and dropped.
Oh, he dropped it. Had a chance. Right there was Drake Cooper. Had a chance.
Hit him right in the midsection. Down it went. Let's watch it again. Boy, he went up. I'm not sure he had to jump for it. But here we go. Stops the clock with 1:34 left to go. 2nd and 10.
Hook and ladder, something crazy here.
McKinley up 21-20. Collins again, deep drop. Sideline.
Open, wide open.
It's dropped again.
He dropped another one.
Oh my.
They have had receivers open, and they just can't hold on to the football. Elijah Friesen there. They're open. I'll tell you, Collins is finding them. They're doing a great job of getting open. They just got to hold on to the football. A little tall there.
I'm not sure these receivers have to jump, Troy.
Yeah, I mean,
just stand in there, set your feet, and catch the football.
Well, Hoover's got 2 plays to go, about 10 yards.
3rd and 10.
McKinley going to call a timeout.
McKinley says, I have seen 2 passes dropped. I want to take a timeout and get this defense set, especially the secondary. They're leaving guys open.
Yeah, they're guys open here, and no, you don't have a speedster right now for Hoover. There's no one with the breakaway speed where you catch it in the middle, you drag the guy underneath for the hook and ladder. You just don't have that. Here it is at ground level again. Here you take a look at some of the highlights here in the second half. Great catch, great run. Here you're going to see them take it to the house on the big daddy run right there. And they skim that one across, but it counts. There you see a stop, but then the touchdown right there by the Vikes. And here's, I think this is the fumbalaya, as the Vikings get it back. The touchdown, just couldn't get the snap down. And here's the INT. And that is where we're at, folks. 21-20 in favor of McKinley.
There you take a look at John Collins, who has been on the money those last 2 passes. Both have been dropped. 3rd and 10, ball still at the McKinley 44. Collins again, throwing downfield. He's got a man out there and overthrows him down at the 16.
He had another man open, but the pressure was coming. As this is the ball game right here again.
Looked like it was Drake Cooper, may have been open in the middle of the field.
He had him. See if they try to come back to that. But McKinley's saying, you know what, we're going to bring some heat. Collins trying for the touchdown, but here is the ball game again. And I think if McKinley gets it back, Joe, they're not going to throw the football.
I would guess against it. 4th and 10 at the 44. McKinley bringing the heat over the middle. And it's incomplete. They were trying to find Bryson Byard. Incomplete, and it looks like McKinley is going to get out of here with a win.
I'll tell you, Hoover had their chances. They can't say they didn't. They just didn't convert on them. As McKinley is going to get very lucky tonight and come away with the win here on our Altman replay.
There's a look at that last play. Really didn't have a shot to get it in.
Yeah,
pretty good defense there by the secondary.
Too tight of a window, and Collins is hobbled, Andes is out. I mean, that's just a tough night for the Vikings.
What a game we have had. There you take a look at Trent Hayden talking to the official. I would guess he'd go under center, and he is.
Yeah, they're just going to kneel on it.
Hayden going to snap, take a knee, and have a timeout. They pointed McKinley timeout.
McKinley didn't call a timeout. That's at Hoover.
Well, they pointed that way. I think the official may have been a little confused, to say the least, but I think that is obviously Hoover's last timeout, and we're down to 1:12. Wow, what a finish to this one.
Yeah. And you had a chance, and like you said, Joe, if Hoover's healthy, maybe they do go for 2 on that instead of going for the kick.
Well, I think they missed Jack Andes not only on that, they missed him on last possession. He would have been the go-to guy.
Well, the thing is, he draws double coverage.
Yes.
So when he's drawing double coverage, you're going to have somebody else open. And for Hoover, they got to have him back next week, or things get even harder for the Vikings.
Trent Hayden again under center. And Hayden's going to take a snap, take a knee. And now Hoover's defense, very painfully, will stand on the field and watch that clock tick down. And
don't forget, while our iCryo Stone Cold Player of the Game, we also want to say, North Canton fans, make some noise for Holly Pierpont, running for City Council at large right here in North Canton. She is stepping up to work hard for you, keeping it transparent, keeping it open, and keeping it all in the community. All about the community as well. Once a Viking, always a Viking. Vote for Holly Pierpont, City Council at large, November 4th, paid for by Friends of Pierpont.
Trent Hayden takes that final snap. The clock will wind down, and the teams will line up and shake hands. But what a game we had as McKinley hangs on to win it 21-20 They are now 6-1 overall, 4-0 in the Federal League. For Hoover, they taste defeat for the first time this year. They're also 6-1, 3-1 now in the Federal League. We're going to take a break, come back and talk about the final numbers, have our player of the game, and look ahead to next week right here on Big Time Sports.
Rabbit Landscaping is Northeast Ohio's premier residential and commercial landscaping establishment in Jackson Township. They provide an ample amount of services including landscape design, hardscapes, deck and fence installations, outdoor lighting, lawn maintenance, leaf removal, and snow removal. Rabbit Landscaping aims to provide a quality, trustworthy landscaping service to your area. Call for a free quote at 330-936-7616.
There are 87,000 new IRS agents. Fireside Tax is the best accounting value in Stark County. With audit defense and identity theft restoration through Protection Plus, Fireside Tax can help you deal with the new agent. Fireside Tax has been in business for over 18 years and provides tax, accounting, and payroll services, including flat fee accounting and flat fee payroll. Fireside Tax also handles individual and small business income tax returns.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Right Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Right Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
You've got only one body, so why not take care of it? Let iCryo Wellness and Recovery help you live a healthy lifestyle. iCryo will introduce you to recovery and wellness with their proven techniques that will surely make your body and mind a whole lot healthier. Evaluate your lifestyle with iCryo. Don't wait. Call now, 330-451-6365.
Welcome to Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern, Ohio, your ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Get behind the wheel of your dreams with our exclusive lineup of top quality vehicles. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, we have something for every driver. Explore our wide selection of premium cars and let our expert team help you find the perfect match. Don't settle for ordinary. Upgrade to extraordinary at Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
The newly remodeled 30-acre Akron Auto Auction, located at 2471 Lay Drive in Akron. Our weekly auction starts at 9 a.m. every Tuesday. Our public auction offers repossessions and U.S. government vehicles. Akron Auto Auction makes buying and selling with confidence as effortless as possible. We're open to dealers and the public. Check current weekly inventory or learn more at akronautoauction.com or call 330-773-8245.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter.
We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system.